Consciousness. Oh boy, I ain't getting no damn sleep last night. I don't know what was wrong with me. Absolutely no sleep last night. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're cleaning up. Come on in here. Wait for a few of the homies and people to come on up in here. We cleaning house, okay? Cause I'm sick of it. I think I'm gonna be a bum today and not do a damn thing. I think I'm gonna be a bum all day and just talk shit all day. Make me feel good. We cleaning the house. I told you I'm remodeling this shit, didn't I? Uh-huh. You forgot, huh? I ain't forget. I got all y'all on my mind. It's stages to this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we directing this from behind the scenes. Gotta move niggas around. You know what I mean? You gotta move niggas around. Yep, you've been around too long and just been fucking up. Yep, gotta move you around. Bring in a professional. Okay, get this one out. Move this one around. Bring in a professional. So check it out. Now, Sinetter made a statement and did a fake denouncement. He couldn't go too hard because Polite would bust his ass right now. We're going to get to Ankh and Garfield, okay? So look here. What Sinetter did, and just be aware, don't act like he did some great thing. He just said Polite can't be on his channel no more. He never denounced him. With all the information he knows now, he still denounced him. He just said he can't be on the show no more, which is fucking common sense because he's going to jail. Okay? Now, all you defense team members, Ankh and Garfield, haven't heard from y'all yet. Garfield, where you hiding at? The person you called the GOAT and related him to Michael Jordan and Muhammad Ali type. Uh-huh. Muhammad Ali and Michael Jordan, the real greats. And you, Garfield, you call Polite the GOAT? When you knew he was a demon. So, has anybody heard Garfield denounce Polite yet? I haven't heard it. Has anybody heard Brother Ankh denounce Polite yet? Somebody say something here if you have. Right? So nobody heard Ankh or Garfield or Sinetter denounce Polite, right? Show me the videotape. Right, we got some business to attend to in a second, right? Hey, Jamaica West. Is that how you pronounce it? Let me see. Let me look a little closer. Yeah. Spin City D. I just seen that Morris TV Inc. interview. Dang, Ali Muhammad pushing those sovereign packets. Spin City D. You must have never watched my videos on my page. Go way back 2-3 years and shit. You'll see me exposing Ali Muhammad. You must have missed that. If you said you seen Morris World TV do it. Because I've been done that years ago, okay? This Chief X. Ain't nobody, years ago. Inky, years ago. Phil Valentine, years ago. Yada, years ago. Sebi, years ago. Layla Africa, years ago. Bobby Hemmett years ago. Check my timeline. Ain't nobody got on these cats but me. Nobody did it first but Chief X. Niggas was scared. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm just listen to this. Nobody went in on that lying ass white man, Phil Valentine, ever until Chief X did. Check the date. You won't have nobody. All these niggas was scared in the conscious community, shaking in their boots, scared to say something about lying ass Phil Valentine. I called his ass out twice, exposed his old white ass. You know what I mean? Nobody did it before Chief X. Just trust me. So check this out. I got all day to act the goddamn fool today, right? I'm not doing shit today but laying around. So check this. I need those degrees, fella. I need those degrees. 3 people claim to have a degree that I don't believe has a degree. I offered all these people money, except Ngozi. I offered them all money to produce a degree. I offered Garfield $100 to produce a degree because a month ago, he claimed he had a degree. He lied big time, trying to make himself bigger than his yards. Nobody has seen Garfield Reed's degree. The nigga is a liar. I need to see that degree, Garfield. You not off the hook yet? You thought I forgot? I know I brought it up a month or 2 ago. We back at it again. You gonna face the music. You're not disappearing, bro. Come on out, bro. Come on out the closet, Garfield. You know what I mean? Denounce polite. We need to hear you. I mean, other than that, I'm thinking you're supporting pedophiles right now. Garfield, if you hide and you ain't came out and spoke on polite and you the one been calling the GOAT, you the one cussed me out and said, don't you tell me to put polite on my channel. Do I need to break out those videos, Garfield? You said, Chief X, not gonna tell me who to put on my show. Because I was telling you, Garfield, I was threatening and punking Garfield. Nigga, you bet not have polite on your channel or I'll expose you again. He's trying to act tough because he didn't want to get punked. Nobody gonna tell me who to put on my channel. I'm gonna put polite on my channel when I want to. Garfield, tell the truth. When you gonna denounce him? I need to hear from you, bro. You hiding from the conscious community, bro. We don't know where you're coming from, Garfield. Let me see what folk talking about. I'm gonna be fucking with people all day. Now, nope. Let me do this. I got y'all. Trust me. I already know. I'm just putting it out there and asking. Ngozi, I need to see that degree, bro. You know why, Ngozi? You threw me under the bus 2 different times. When you came on Sonetta and a few times. You threw me under the bus, Inky. I mean, not Inky. Ngozi. I've been giving you a pass for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, Ngozi. Now, I'm not here to go in on you, Ngozi, but we need you to produce that biology degree that you've been claiming you had for years. I need to see it, Ngozi, or else you got to apologize to the community for lying. Ngozi, Garfield, Dr. Reggie, all 3 of you guys said you had a bachelor's degree and nobody's seen it yet. It's roll call time. Nope, nobody's escaping the wrath. We cleaning this shit up. And I need y'all to lean in on these cats too. Lean in on them. Next time anybody see next time anybody see Ngozi, he goes by the name Amir. He'll switch up names on you. Amir Black, Ngozi, whatever. We need to see that degree, Ngozi. What you say? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I don't know why these comments keep going away and I got to keep hitting this thing. Hold on. Live chat. Okay. Somebody said something I was laughing at. Okay. Society of Modern Griots. Okay. Let's deal with this brother or sister. Okay, so Society of Modern Griots, he says, where's your degree? Because you speak on topics way above your level and expertise. I would like to know those topics that I speak on above my level and my expertise. Can you type those here, down here, Society of Modern Griots? Because guess what Chief X always say? Maybe you don't know me, and maybe I think you're scared that your people you looked up to may be fraudulent, huh? You scared? Why don't you ask them to produce those degrees? Check this out, bro. I say this all the time. I don't know if you knew or you just a fucking envious hater or what. I'm not no motherfucking scholar. Watch this. I'm going to double down. I'm far from a scholar. You better get at these niggas who be lying and fronting like they all that. I don't do that shit. Chief X is real. Maybe you don't know me. You have never in your life, nobody ever in their life heard Chief X say he's a scholar. I am not no fucking scholar. What am I always say? I'm a wise man. And a wise man will beat the brakes off a scholar. Believe that and don't forget it. That's why none of these niggas can fuck with me. You know how cold-blooded I am? Let me tell you how cold-blooded I am, brother. Society of Modern Griots. Let me tell you how cold-blooded I am. Hold on. Hero James is here. Let me let the whole entire chat know. Hero James is my biggest hater of all times. I actually think Hero Jones is low-key gay. Because he's always wondering about who's gay. Are you gay? Are you this? What man sits around and wonder who's gay and try to figure them out and shit? Now, Hero Jones, I like ladies, bro. You see all the ladies on my Facebook page. You seen all my exes. You seen my ex-wife. You seen all my kids. You seen my grandchild. I haven't seen you having any kids. You got any kids, Hero Jones? Type it here if you. Let me know if you got any kids. And why don't you old 40-year-old niggas got kids? This shit be strange to me. When a nigga 40 and ain't got no damn kids, something wrong to me. I got 3 kids and a grandchild. So Hero Jones, your idol in Ngozi. We need to see your idol in Ngozi's degree. Okay? I don't claim to have a degree. I did 2 years of college and got me 60 units, enough to transfer to university, and had a good job after that, and I didn't transfer. I only have 2 years in college. That's it. See how easy it is to be real? It's just so easy. Hero Jones, who am I scared of? You said I'm scared of people. I need you to name these people. I can't just have you up in the chat just spewing shit. You can't, communicate or complete your sentence. Who am I scared of, Hero Jones? I want to hear this. Definitely not you. I watch you. You think you can do martial arts and all that shit. You know what? You short too, Hero Jones. I've been checking you out, bro. So I would love to have a sparring match with you. I'd love to test that martial arts you got. I really would love to test that shit. I guarantee you I'll show you that wrestling. Let me straighten out my phone. I guarantee you I'll show you that wrestling is a superior martial arts. You know that. You know it can't no stand-up martial artist fuck with a wrestler or a grappler. You know that, bro. You're not no grappler. Hero Jones, let me let you know, bro. You know what my favorite sport is, right? You know MMA is my favorite motherfucking sport. You know I love combat sports, bro. I would love to get down with you. What matter of fact, what state you in? Because I travel around sometimes, and I don't mind going and getting some boxing gloves. Ankh, because he tried to call me out when I said I'm in Atlanta. I said I will buy the gloves. He backed out. I'm not playing. I am not playing. So this will be our rules. We can box and grapple. Is that cool with you? What state you in, bro? You said, nah, keep talking so I can make another video demonstrating how you don't know what the hell you're talking about. On what subject, hero? You got to complete your sentences, bro. You can't tell me who I'm scared of. You can't tell me what topic I don't know what I'm talking about. What topic, bro? Here's the thing. This is how cold-blooded I am. I challenge the entire, let it be known, I challenge the entire conscious community, anybody in the conscious community. Matter of fact, fuck the conscious community. I said any black scholar on earth. I would debate them. In my premise is Egypt wasn't a black land. And you know, I offer everybody $300. Nobody wanted to take it. I had it 2 months. Anybody, the Amin Ra squad, anybody, Team Osiris, anybody, Reggie didn't want to take it. Nobody wanted a free $300. I wonder why. Tell me, am I lying in the chat? Did I offer people $300? Yes. Did anybody take it? No. So what did Chief X have to do? He just had to say, fuck it, these niggas is cowards. They talk like they're scholars, but they're scared of a wise man. I mean, which one is it, hero? Since I'm not a scholar, I tell people that. Then I listen to what I'm saying. This is how serious it is. So y'all want to play these mind games, right? Let somebody offer me $300 to have a 2-hour or hour and a half discussion. Sure, if I'm confident. So all these broke niggas, which is the House of Consciousness, needed that $300. So you trying to tell me they turned down $300 because of what? Yeah, they weren't confident, nigga. So I had to do my own presentation called Black Egypt Debunked, and I killed it. And on top of that, no one has rebutted it yet. Niggas talked shit for a whole year, and nobody stepped up to debate. And then nobody rebutted my presentation yet. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on all you badass scholars, all you smart, the smartest men in the world, all you pontificating niggas in the community. I'm still waiting for you to answer this one question. I asked it 3 months ago. I don't have an answer yet. I'm still arguing with a nigga in the Amin Ra squad group on Facebook. We arguing today. I said, you want me to, he telling me I'm running. I said, God damn, I asked the question a month ago and you still pontificating. All you got to do is state the name of the tribe or nation. I asked Shaka Amos to debate. He didn't want to take it. He was scared. I was paying niggas. This is real talk. So since Shaka Amos didn't take it, I busted his ass out. Go look on my page a month ago. The video is called Chief X versus Shaka Amos. The greatest diss track. The nigga ain't responding to that. Nobody's responding to shit because they can't. Because all these niggas, all these years, knew Egypt wasn't black. They knew we weren't North Africans. Let me see what people are talking about. I might have a challenge in the chat. Okay, hey, Ricardo Robinson. Everyone, I've exposed Inky. I've made 4 videos on Inky. 2 years, 3 years ago. They're all on my page. Nobody scrolls all the way down 2 years ago to watch my videos. Everyone knows Inky's a scammer and a fraud, okay? He's a pseudoscience guy. We all know that and we're all clear, okay? We just want him to give us the tea right now. We'll talk about Inky later. We just need him to stay on track and give us all the motherfucking tea. He's the whistleblower. We're going to protect him right now. He's going to give us all the tea. Trial going to be over, and y'all can do whatever you want with him. But we need the tea right now, okay? Don't walk to your car, scary ass. This is Hero James says. Hero James says, and you are gay, okay? I'm not like Hero. This is like, let me say something. This is how sick Hero James is. This is for 3 long years. Do I got to put the receipts on here and show everybody? For 3 long years, Hero James has been trying to figure out and ask me, am I gay? He's calling Hero James. It's not that type of party with me, bro. Go find some nigga. If you want a gay nigga, go find him, bro. God damn. You sit here and tell on yourself all the time. I don't know why a black man's focus is he gay? Is he gay? Is it? It's something deep in you, bro. That's why you had them filtered pictures. Men don't filter pictures. So when I see your filtered pictures, I said, yeah, that nigga is funny. Hero, did you answer the question? Do you have any kids? Let me see if you answered. Keep talking so I can make another video. Okay, you haven't answered. Do you have any kids yet? Maybe I might be missing it. And you're good. Okay. How old are you, Hero? And you must not be getting no pussy, old as you is, and you ain't got no kids. It's not that you're just some responsible nigga. You don't even have a woman. What's wrong with you, bro? Why are you so focused on if somebody's gay? I just don't get it, bro. But if that's what you want to focus on and trip on, do you, bro? I ain't got time. Say Dan Calloway is not debating anyone, talking about he wants 10K to debate. When someone does that, that's what somebody did that to me too. Like Sabir Bay. Y'all had to see the video on my channel. I had to challenge Sabir Bay. First I busted Sabir Bay ass out twice. He scared the death of me. So when you ask him to debate, I told Sabir Bay, the videos are there. I'll pay you $100 to come on your show and talk to you for an hour. He refuses because the line of questions I have will embarrass him in front of his whole fucking friends. So he has to say, pay me $1,000, which he know I'm not gonna do. Therefore, we can't have a debate. All these niggas are scared, I'm telling you. But they're scholars. So here's that question nobody answered. I asked everybody, and Hero, if you're such a smart guy or whoever, would you say Chief X Hero says that he's like the Undertaker? You're Crash Holly. I don't know what that is. I'm old school. Crash Holly. I don't know. I don't play video games. I don't know if that's a video game. I ain't played video games since I was in damn high school. So Hero Jane Jones is here saying, you act gay, dude, whining with that finger up, making all those facial expressions, batting your eyes and shit. I don't even know how to block nobody on here. Let me see. Because this dude has a man crush. Hero, you got a man crush, bro. It's not that type of party with me, bro. So Mr. Hebrew says, Chief, I'm worried about Moorish world. You guys have to start putting periods and commas because these run-on sentences be hard to read. Chief, I'm worried about Moorish world. Everyone, somebody has information. See, them run-on sentences kill it. Chief, I'm worried about Moorish world. I guess you're supposed to have a period there. Everyone, somebody. Okay, that just don't make sense. Everyone, somebody has information of dirt. He says, well, let's not do that. I like them to. Bro, I can't read nothing. I can't understand that chicken crack. No, that chicken scratch. Okay, so Hero, your Team Osiris. I need your Team Osiris members because all you guys were fooled by Ngozi, and you guys thought he had a degree, and you're on his team. I'm not on his team, and I need to see his degree. Not Inky. Ngozi has never showed his degree. And for some strange reason, I don't think Ngozi has his degree. He's an autodidact, I believe. Okay? For some strange reason. These niggas gonna have to show and prove. I offered Reggie $100 to show his. I even offered Reggie $100 to show he's a paralegal. Because he's claimed that. He claims he has a bachelor's degree and he claims he's a paralegal. Reggie! Dr. Reggie! On my mama! I wouldn't say that. I will shoot you $100 if you can show that you're a paralegal or have a bachelor's degree. This is how sure I am with these niggas. I've never heard of Nathaniel Daniels, Dawood Pages. I haven't heard of him. Okay, yeah, Europa Report TV. Chris Harris has been saying he will take you in a debate about Egypt. And guess what, Europa Report TV? You are 100% right. This nigga has stalked me. He's called my phone fucking 5, 10 times, asking for a debate. He's on his channel. He's on his page calling me up for a debate. And then I had to see where he's coming from because he's a troll kind of guy, clout chasing. Nobody even knows him. So I asked him, did he watch my debate? Excuse me. Did he watch my presentation? You know what his answer was? No. So I asked him because I said, I may debate him. But this is how people are immature, okay? Chris Harris can co-sign this. So you guys have immature friends. I tell you, I'm the real one. Listen to what I'm saying. If he wanted to take me off for a date and I'm asking people to debate, yes, I would debate you. But I had to check him out first. I didn't know him. He doesn't have any kind of a large description. So I don't care if you got a large following. I'm not like these guys trying to be all this and that, and I won't debate somebody who nobody. I'll debate anybody. But I asked him, did he watch my presentation? He didn't. Okay. So I'm like, so what do you disagree with that I'm saying in my presentation or whatever? I just want to debate you. I just want to debate you. I'm like, who does this and talks like this? From the rip, he had no communication skills. He was extremely immature, and he couldn't even tell me what he disagrees with. So why would a grown man deal with a child in that drama and somebody who don't know how to act and don't even know how to communicate and answer a simple question? Harris, I asked you, just like a mature man, what do you disagree with? If you want to debate me so bad, why can't you just answer that question? So that means I don't have time to play games. I don't know. He's a troll. You know what I mean? So don't bring his name up no more. If he can't say, I watched your video, I disagree with these points and these points. Okay, if you disagree, then I'll debate you. But you haven't watched the video. Do your fucking homework. Be sure to support Brother Chief X. Can somebody put my Cash App in the chat? I don't really be begging. I be feeling guilty. It's $ Chief X 5. But anyway, so let me see. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So here was a challenge. I asked anyone, name one, just one. I didn't say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like if you ask me to name a Berber tribe, I can name several Berber tribes. I can name, Coptics, Egyptians. I can name all these groups and shit. But I only asked everybody and anybody, name just one itty bitty, one tribe or nation that set up camp in North Africa. I said all of North Africa, from Morocco to Egypt, including the Levant, the Near East, around Syria, Caucasus Mountains, Europe. Name one black tribe or nation in the last 5,000 years who set up camp there and their culture was born there, and it's a group or a nation or a group of people that you can say that's the Yoruba tribe. That's you know what I'm saying? Name one black tribe, and nobody can do it. So what do you want to debate about? You niggas can't even name one black tribe in all of North America, in all of Israel, in all of the Middle East, you can't name one. The game is over. Black Egypt is dead. So since Black Egypt is dead, these niggas don't have shit else to talk about. Bring your ass back to West Africa. Africa. Get the fuck up out of North Africa. Get away from your slave masters, the North Africans, the Berbers, the Egyptians, all of them just slave masters. Get away from your slave masters and come on back to West Central Africa. Come on home back to West Central Africa. Get the fuck out of Egypt. You have to. Everybody, Sanetter. That's a slave name. Y'all didn't know this? So we took on a Christian name. My last name is Shelton. That's my Christian slave name. So people turned Muslim. Then they got a Muslim slave name because the Muslims enslaved us. The white Christians enslaved us. Then the North Africans enslaved us. Y'all didn't know that? North Africans were slave. Like even Mansa Musa, he was fucking with the North Africans. He didn't fuck with sub-Saharan Africans. Mansa Musa, everything he did, he rolled all the way through North Africa, all the way to Egypt. He had North African straight hair friends. And he took 20,000 sub-Saharan African slaves with him all the way to Egypt. Why did you do that, Mansa Musa? You sell out. By the way, I believe Mansa Musa was a biracial. I believe Mansa Musa was a Berber and sub-Saharan African mix. People trying to front like he ain't. But Mansa Musa, I believe, because I did the research, because I was like tripping at it. I believe Mansa Musa is Berber and sub-Saharan African mix. So he wasn't a real one. He associated with Berbers and North Africans. He didn't ride for us. He enslaved us. Let's just keep that real. All these niggas know that. Yeah, when this live is over, I'll block this idiot. So Hero James, how you feel about Polite? You probably support him. That's your kind of, you. Okay, so Atlantis Africa 79 says, Ngozi is a fraud and hypocrite. I saw a comment on your video agreeing with the well-known racist. Okay, you say I saw a comment on your page video agreeing with a well-known racist, Egyptologist 7, that Egyptians were not black. Yeah, Egyptologist 7 is my they're subscribed to my page. It's a woman. Okay? And it's not racist. She's racist to y'all because you guys are racist first to them. You guys have been fucking with all the North Africans' histories. You niggas been talking shit about Arabs. You've been talking shit about Berbers. You've been lying about on their history. You've been saying y'all fake Egyptians. Y'all been clowning and acting a fool. And every time one of these people stand up for their own culture, you guys get to insult them. No, 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 no. Y'all are the racist. Let's not get this twisted. You guys are the racists, and you've been racist to all the Egyptians. You've been fucking with their history. You were racist to the disrespectful to the Native Americans. You were disrespectful to the Moors. Y'all been claiming Moors forever, and everyone knows Moors are Berbers and Arabs. That's what a Moor is, a Berber and Arabs. But these niggas tricked you. They want to get into the etymology of what the Moor means. I'm talking about who is a Moor. Fuck the etymology. They want to get into the etymology and say the word means this and this and it. That's game they've always played on you. Ask them who was the Moor. Because ain't no sub-Saharan Africans ever, ever, ever conquered Spain or the Iberian Peninsula. We didn't even go up there. We weren't even in North Africa. How are we going to conquer Spain? Berbers and Arabs did that. The Arab armies conquered Spain. We are not the Moors. We didn't do a motherfucking thing. Get y'all black asses back to sub-Saharan Africa. Stop playing. Chief X, what about debating YP said? Oh my God. Let me let you know something, because a lot of people are confused. Let me let you know the history. Seti, Sarah Sudan Seti, has been canceled with grown men in the community. Grown men don't fuck with Sarah Sudan Seti. Seti's my age. We've met several times. I was his weed man when he used to come out here and lecture way back in the day. Okay? But Seti and YP committed egregious crimes, and intellectual treason. Okay? They are far from the level. Your YP is a pseudoscience guy. Aliens, chakras, and kundalinis and shit. Come on now. Y'all got to wake up. That's pseudoscience and falsehood. We don't be getting into that shit. And Sarah Sutton Seti is a picture show person. He shows you pictures and talk. That's not scholarship. He's tricking you with them pictures. Sarah Sutton Seti would never debate me. Okay? Trust me and believe me. Watch this. Tell Cyrus Sutton Seti I'll give him $500 to debate me. He will never answer. What? Trust me. He will never embarrass himself like that. Because he can't do picture shows with grown men. You got to show some fucking scholarship. You can't do no cartoon picture and shit and then talk to the picture. Cyrus Sutton Seti's followers are kids. Sarah Sutton Seti has the same followers as YP. Those are kids. I'm a grown man. We don't fuck with kids like that. But Sarah Sutton Seti has no choice because the grown men don't fuck with him. So he over there got to fuck with kids. We've been with Seti. You didn't know that? Seti ain't shit. Seti ain't shit. Trust me. But let me just tell you, because I was going to do a video on the history of Seti. Seti came into the community at a time and met Sarnetta. Okay? He came with a style that was different than everybody, right? So I give Seti credit. I give Sarah Sutton Seti credit because he started and came with that style we call battle scholarship. So when you hear battle scholarship, Seti actually coined that term. I'm not a hater. I give him props where it's due. So Seti coined that term, battle scholarship. And he was good in battle scholarship, but he never battled a scholar. You know what I mean? So he did picture shows and he talked good over the pictures and, he talked that shit and made people laugh. So Seti puts on a picture show and a comedy show. So it was very entertaining. So people took to Seti, okay? But Seti is he's just an entertainer. That's all. He's just an entertainer, talking that old played out shit. The shit Seti talks about is old played out shit. Seti would teach. Seti still teaches that we are the Olmecs. Did you not know that? Seti still teaches that we are the original Chinese. Seti still teaches that the Moors are black. Seti is way behind. That's why he doesn't come around, because we began to get into science, and that's not Seti's thing. Because science kills it all, and Seti knows that. So Seti knew he had to back up, because he can't get into the science realm, because that kills everything. So he has to back up and just stick with his picture show and entertainment before he get exposed, okay? That's all Seti do. Seti is not a scholar, okay? So, let's just clear something up. Okay. If you don't have a master's degree or PhD, you are not a scholar. If you're not teaching in the world of academia, you're not a scholar. Just because you wrote a book, that does not mean you're a scholar. Everyone writes books. Any Herit of Maasai Warrior Clan wrote a book. He's not a scholar. You can write a book. That does not mean you're a scholar. You have to qualify. You have to have put down some journals, got like a master's degree or above, and put in work and have been teaching other people who have degrees. None of these niggas do anything close to that. These people in the conscious community is not a scholar. What this is a hobby, just something fun. It's just a group of people who are interested and have a desire to learn some history, have fun, talk shit, share, it's all shits and giggles. We just want to, like, I may be home tonight. I might just want to have an intellectual conversation. So what it is, we're just people who like to have intellectual conversations. I know how to keep that real, but they'll front and act like they scholars so you can kind of look up to them and shit. It's total bullshit. Yeah, actually, the Hebrew did swing on Seti. But the camera got cut off. Said he wimped out. Yep. What school? What advanced studies? You got to have some advanced studies to be a scholar. Like my lady friend. I say lady friend. People say girl. I say lady friend. So my lady friend is a assistant principal at a high school, right? So she has her master's degrees in education. She has a master's in education, administration, administration of education, right? But I won't even call her a scholar. She doesn't call herself a scholar. She's never wrote a book. She went and got her education, and she became a teacher in the school district. Then she elevated on up to become assistant principal. But she doesn't consider herself a scholar. I don't consider her a scholar. And she's a real teacher at a high school. But high school teachers don't even call themselves scholars. It's these niggas in the community who want to. Scholar is a different thing. You know what I mean? But it's just it's yeah. So my lady friend with a master's degree in education, who's been teaching kids for 25 years now and made it to assistant principal. She's not a scholar. So when these cats talk, I'll be like, okay, whatever. It's just entertainment and we just like intellectual discussions. Okay, as you said, Ngozi claimed he destroyed Egyptology 7. He didn't. No, she's never debated anybody. Nobody even seen her face. She's a lady. She's my friend. She supports me in my work. I used to watch her page and take notes. And they won't even debate her. They just talking that shit because they just want her to show her face so they can tease her. Yeah, yeah. None of them come close to the knowledge she has. All you gotta do is go to Egyptologist 7 page and look. None of them can fuck with anything she's talking about over there. That's way above their head. Yeah, hobby, we all one and the same. I get you. Okay, yeah. So like, yeah, like I've been telling people this for years. But people feel that they have to, you don't have to do all this front and jockeying for position and competing and acting like you bigger than him. Just be yourself and be a decent human being. And let's just have an intellectual discussion. So that's what it is. It's just a hobby. I like this subject. I want to read about it. This is my hobby. Now, my hobby's not going to improve my life. You can be the best scholar in the world on ancient Egypt. It's not going to change your life a bit. It's just something you like to study and gain wisdom. You know what I mean? Yeah, he wouldn't even answer. Hey, what's up? Armchair philosopher. That's one of my supporters. That's the homie. He's brilliant, and that's my buddy. Oh, I wanted to tell you too. I know Inky. I feel the same way, but I have a method to my madness with Inky right now. So just trust me. It's a method to my madness. Well, yeah, Inky's a fraud and a scammer, but I'm not gonna go in on him right now. Yeah, I told him I wouldn't, so I kind of hold my promise. But I might get in one of those moves one day and just let it out. But I've already went on Inky. I got 4 videos on him exposing him. So I mean, I don't know what else I can do. But I'm gonna give him a pass. Yeah, so he wouldn't answer Egyptology 7's questions, and you're correct. And he did throw me under the bus. I played it off like he didn't and remained friendly. Because I give people chances. See, people think I be tripping and fucking with people, but no. People know my motto. My motto is never be the aggressor, but aggress when aggressed upon. So people start shit first, and then I get at them. Believe me, I'm a decent human being. So a lot of times people see me calling people out and talking that shit, but you just don't know they was fucking with me first. So it's not me being messy. Ace Yahuda says a master's in science or history 100 years ago is a scholar. I'm not sure what you mean. I couldn't even understand that. But let me ask y'all a question. Why do people say his story? That see when people do that, that means you're in denial about something. Okay? Like Sometimes I'll read articles and shit and share articles. Oh, that's that white man science. But trust me, nobody ever looked at the article to see who the author is to even call it a white man. People have no clue. All these Asians, all these Arabs, all these Middle Easterners, all these people, all at UCLA and these colleges, they write papers on all these subjects. They write, scholarship everywhere. But people think only people who write scholarship is white folk. Who? That's what I'm saying. They. Who is they? You have to be specific. So what you're alluding to, he said, "Oh, the elite lie." Okay, my lady friend is not an elite. She's a teacher. She doesn't lie. I have friends who work at colleges. They're not elitists. They don't lie. Matter of fact, one of my buddies who work at San Diego Community College, we was in the Navy together. He's the director at San Diego Community College. In 1991, we was smoking crack together, fucking bitches together. That was my homie. We used to be eight. No, we was 18 and 19, hanging out. We're wearing our Navy uniforms, hanging out in Long Beach, and grown ladies used to love to see us in our Navy uniforms. And we had 35, 40 year olds when we was 18 and 19 in the Navy. Me and John used to do some shit together. And he's not no elite, and he's not no liar. It's not tricks. Everybody working at a university, you can't lie these days. You won't. Okay, it's like this. No one tries to get into the NBA and miss shots. If you miss shots, you can't get into the NBA. You suck. You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing in the world of academia. You come out in the world of academia with some misinformation, they're going to clown you. Get that shit out of here. You can't even get a fucking job. Everybody in the world of academia is trying to succeed and put out the best work. It's not lies. You guys have been brainwashed to think everybody's trying to lie to you. Then they say they reconnected. Okay, I'm reconnected. So, like Hebrews and Moors be thinking that. Who's they and who's lying? So what you're doing is you're discouraging people from getting an education and getting a degree. Like the conscious community is anti-credential. They are anti-real scholars. Because nobody in the conscious community is a real scholar. They don't have like degrees and master's degrees. So what they do is keep y'all to themselves and push away the real scholars and the real credential people. That's why you got people who are not qualified in linguistics, teaching linguistics. All these people, Dr. Ben, who don't have a degree, he's teaching you. See, you guys are all being taught by people who don't have credentials. So don't discourage people from getting education. Nobody's lying to you. Okay. Matter of fact, I'll go so far as say this: white folk did not lie to you about your history. White folk told everybody exactly where they got you from. We got you guys from West Central Africa. When did they lie? So there's another thing people got to understand. This is the American school system. In Japan, that's the Japanese school system. Go to Japan and sit in high school class and wait. And you think they're going to teach you some African history in Japan? You think you can go to Samoa and they teach you African history? You think you can go to Italy and they're going to teach you African history? No, people are confused. You in America, you're getting American history. In Japan, you're getting Japan history. Now, when you go to college, that's when you explore and advance your studies and take up the college and courses you want. But basic elementary, junior high, and high school, that is for to teach you basic reading, math, and comprehension, and to get you on your way. High schools are not here to teach you about Ifa. You understand me? Like in the 1800s, even early 1800s, whites couldn't even read and write. Damn near 70% of whites could not read and write in the 1800s. People were uneducated. They don't know your history. How can they teach you your history? First of all, American schools are not here to teach continental Africans' history. They're not. Nobody lied to you. They just didn't know your history to teach it to you. You get your history from your parents and your family or college. That's how it works. If there's a Samoan kid in here, are you capping for the Samoan and saying they're not teaching Samoan history? They're not teaching Italian history. Italians ain't crying saying they're not teaching Italian history. They're not doing that. Everyone gets their history from their parents or their family members or when they get to college. You get it? So niggas be always in this victimhood shit. Yeah, whites were slaves too at one point. This is just to be clear. Every nation, everybody was slaves at one time. We just happened to be the last of them. Whites were enslaved in the millions. It's called the Barbary slavery. You know what I mean? Asians was enslaved. Fucking Japanese and Chinese were our eternal enemies. Japanese beat the shit out of Chinese and destroyed them. Chinese had to flee. And this how Chinese got back. They fled. You should watch a documentary on the Chinese-Japanese wars. Okay? The Chinese went their own way. They turned in on themselves. They said, fuck the world. This is what we should do as black people. I used to always say we should do what the Chinese did. The Chinese said, fuck everybody in the world. They turned in on themselves and just went to work. They did their own thing, start producing, getting money, creating products, and then selling shit on the world stage and came up. China big now. And nobody supported them and helped them. They turned in on themselves and made it. Everybody's been oppressed. We were just the last. And it had nothing to do with color. Let me say this. Understand this. Where's my damn book at? Oh, here we go. Let me just put this puzzle together for you. I've been telling people forever to go buy this book. Indigenous Slavery in Ghana. Since they lie, let's just, you see the author? A black lady. She is a professor at Ghana University. Right? So I bought this book. Guess where I bought it? When I went to the slave dungeons in Ghana. Right? So I bought this book after I left the slave dungeon because they had some authors in there selling the book. So they were selling this black lady's book, and it's called Indigenous Slavery in Africa. And just to sum it up for you, it's telling you slavery was going on all throughout Ghana before the white man even touched the shore. Yep. All that gold that was mined and shit that they gave to the white, who do you think mined it? Slaves in Ghana. We, African Americans, came from a slave caste in Ghana. So the Ghanaian chiefs was moving their slave caste out to the Portuguese and selling us, and here we are. We were our descendants of the slave caste in West Africa. Y'all didn't know that? We were slaves there and we were slaves here. So Indigenous Slavery in Ghana is a book about these indigenous Ghanaians. Before the white man got here, it was slavery. There has been slavery in Nigeria, all over West Africa before the white man got here. So here's how the story really goes. Okay? Let me just tell this true story. Because in Ghana, Ghanaian scholars teach differently than African American scholars. They don't have a problem keeping shit real. We want to front because all we want to do is point at the white man. And we don't want to accept responsibility. We want to point at the white man for everything. We even pointing at the white man for polite shit. like all these people you watch robbing cell phone stores and getting locked in cell phone stores. Ain't no white man told them to do that. They did that on their own. You can't blame the white man, right? They went to church just like you niggas went to church. Their grandparents and the pastor from 1 year old all the way up to 30 years old, before he robbed that store, they told him, thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Don't do that. You're going to go to jail. Don't do that. They're going to get you. And what do? They do it anyway. The white man ain't got nothing to do with that. That's on y'all crazy ass. Y'all lead in every crime stat in America except arson because you niggas is bad. So anyway, indigenous slavery. So let me tell you the story. When the Portuguese first hit the shores of Ghana, they had no intention and wasn't even thinking about enslaving or doing anything wrong or bad. They were traveling because the Portuguese were the first one to advance. Now I'm talking about around the world before the Asians, the Portuguese were the first ones to advance shipbuilding technology. Right? So when you go to the Americas, all the Native Americans had were canoes. They didn't have any advanced ship water travel vehicles. They had canoes. And if that canoe goes way out there and a wave hit them, everybody's dead. That's why the story of Mansa Musa, the story is he sent out 200 fleets of ships and they all drowned in that big body ocean. One came back to say, hell, they all drowned and died. I was in the Navy. When you get out there in them seas at night or in a rough waters or if it rained, I'm on a huge steel ship in the Navy. And we going through a China Sea in a storm. And the boat is like this, 45-degree turns for a week straight. A canoe couldn't do that for 1 hour. I'm talking about a huge steel ship like this, where you got to sleep with your hands out like this so you won't fall off the bed on the ship. You know what I mean? The kitchen, you got to tie everything down or there'll be dishes and shit everywhere. You got to eat for a whole week holding your tray. And I'm on a small Navy ship, but it's huge compared to these little shits you see around the harbor, right? So, Portuguese advanced shipbuilding technology first. And they came to Ghana because they were able to cross large body oceans with the great shipbuilding technology. It is what it is. And when they got to Ghana, they wanted to trade and do business. It was giving them ivory and gold. Thanks, yeah, cool, all right. See ya. Gone. They come back for years. And then, but over time, they seeing that Ghanaians have slaves. Now, it was a different type of slavery. Some people call it indentured servitude and things like that. But slavery is slavery. I don't argue about whose slavery works. It's all wrong. They was raiding towns, stealing girls. All these girls as concubines. They never returned girls home. All the children that they had concubines, all the concubines' children, they're born into slavery and they do hard labor. And the chiefs have all these women and shit. And they had a slave cast. So the Portuguese seen them. Damn, y'all got indentured servitude and slavery. Over years, after going back and forth and going back and forth, I believe the year was, don't quote me, but let's just say 1515. I might be off. But that's when they first, I think around that time is when they first took the slave, but they had been coming for about 40 years already. 40 years is a long time. I'm 51. So they've been coming damn near as long as I'm old. And then they've been seeing them enslaving each other for so long. So they said, damn, well, we might need some slaves. We want to build the new world. We got shit going on. And it jumped off. Chiefs start selling white boy slaves. That's how it is. Ghana is guilty of it. It's just but nobody wants to talk about this. Ghanaian scholars have no problem talking about this or writing about it. African American scholars hide that and don't want to talk about it because they feel in their mind it takes away from the dirt that the white man did. They want 100% of the dirt to be on the white man and to absolve the Ghanaian chiefs. We just like that as Black Americans. But the Ghanaian scholars don't trip like that. They'll tell you. That's why they were selling this book at the slave dungeons. When I'm in the slave dungeons, the Ghanaian scholars who's taking me around on tours, they told me, yes, The Portuguese and the African chiefs in Ghana, they got together and built all them slave castles. White boys wasn't going deep inland. The Africans was going inland, bringing slaves to them from the shores. So people in their mind think white boys was just running all inland, just gang banging and shooting people and taking. It didn't work like that. It was a coordinated effort. They worked together. The white man rarely went deep inland to get anybody. Ghanaians were getting their own people, bringing them to the white man, right? They told me, the Ghanaians told me, even in this book, that they got together and built the slave dungeons in Ghana. They called it the Gold Coast, but that's just the reality. Nobody wants to talk about it. I keep it real. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? So that's what went down. And then it gets deeper. The British eventually take over Ghana and conquer Ghana, right? The British decided, and they were the first to, what is it, the proper word? To abolish slavery. The British abolished slavery in Ghana. Then later the Americans did, okay? But when the British was trying to abolish slavery in Ghana, the African chiefs were fighting against them. They were like, no, 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 let's keep it going, because they was getting that loot. They was getting paid. Y'all didn't know this. It's all in this book from the Ghanaian scholars. When the British was abolishing slavery, the Ghanaian chiefs in hierarchy, let me clarify, I don't want to say all, because there was a lot of revolutionary chiefs and a lot of people fighting. But I would say you had about maybe 40% of the population who wanted to continue slavery in Ghana. That's real. The British had to damn near say, no, we're not doing it no more. And booked out. And Ghana's free now. That's the real story. And can't nobody tell me I'm lying, because it's all in here. I got notes on everything. I read my book. See how it's outlined and lined? I got notes everywhere. I thoroughly read this book. And I'll debate anybody on the topic. So today, since I have an understanding of how slavery was prevalent around the world and that all races was enslaved, people argue, oh, the white man's slavery was way worse. I agree. It was worse. But I don't argue what's worse or not. Yes, it was worse, but slavery is slavery, and it's all bad. Whether the Arabs did it, whether the whites did it to each other, whether the Japanese did it, whoever did it, it was wrong. But in ancient times, it was just the thing they did back in the day around the world. And they conquered the weaker nation. It didn't have nothing to do with your color. They said, okay, they're a little weak. They're not scientifically literate. They don't have guns and shit. They don't have ships and shit. Weaponry is good. So people conquer weaker nations. We were a weaker nation. We weren't as scientifically literate as the rest of the world. It doesn't mean we weren't as smart. It's just technology develops in spots in different areas first, and then it floats around. So sometimes people just be kicking it. They just wasn't concerned. That's why I said they should have been traveling and getting over there to Asia and shit, you know what I mean? But we didn't have boats to travel. People think people would just move. Ghanaians and people in West Africa didn't move around. We were a forest people. We set where you set up camp, that's where you're going to live for the rest of your life. People should get this book, though. It's a good book. Let me see if I got any questions. Atlantis Africa says, you do know Ankh and Ngozi and Jabari say they are not Egyptians, but why they get mad at you when they actually agree with you? Let me answer that question. Because I'm the realist. They don't want to jump out there. Because when you have 90% of the people thinking a certain way, you don't want to piss them off. You don't want them to be mad at you. You don't want to be canceled. Like, I'm canceled. So they do everything in their power not to get canceled. That's all it is. Plus, they make money off of it, so they got to keep it rolling and keep it going. But Jabari is probably the only one who actually really practices. Uh, I don't know what you want to call it. It's not even a religion, but Jabari is the only one who practices a lot of the concepts and speaks on the concepts and goes in on it. The rest just be talking. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, Nicole Crew, were you replying to somebody where you said, yes, they did? I have watched and read some of the stuff on the Chinese. I didn't see the what you're replying to, but the culture was still intact. Yep. Okay, someone, Jay Stan said, I hear you, Chief, but the wooden boats carrying millions of Africans don't make sense at this point. Just saying. Oh boy, boy, they get y'all every time. Boy, them Moors and people got y'all. Oh my God. On my YouTube page, on my YouTube page, where you're at right now, I have a video called Proof of the Ships. Just type in Chief X, Proof of the Ships. Your information's there. You're wrong. First of all, they weren't wooden ships. I don't know who told you that. You have to be careful who you learn and teaching you. They didn't have no wooden ships. A wooden ship would have all kind of water seeping through it and drown. They would never take no wooden ship out to no deep sea. Okay? So just tell yourself, oh damn, I didn't think about it. Let me rethink. And there were a total of 11 million over a 400-year period, right? So the boats they used are boats with like cargo ships. You know how you remodel a home? You can remodel a ship and change it up. I was in the Navy. It's all kind of when we go in the shipyard for repair, it's all kind of boats and ships and cargo ships. All those those are slave ships. They just remodel and clean them up. They make new ones. So those ships, just like cars, you know, you can get a car report on your car and get the history of your car. They got the whole entire history of each slave ship from owner to owner to owner to owner. Just like CarMax, you get a owner to owner, you can track your car. The ships are just like that. Go look. It's all on Wikipedia. Every ship, hundreds of ships, their name, who owned the ship, the cargo they carried on that ship, what type of cargo, hundreds of them. You didn't know that? Just go to my page, put in proofs of slave ships, and put my name, and it'll pop up. You got homework. It all makes sense, bro. It all makes sense. Very good sense. You're fighting it in your mind because you really don't want to be a West African. You want to be a Native American. When someone says that and they deny the slave trade, those are people who don't want to be West African and have a little shame in them. They want to be everything else. No, we came here and got off a boat. There was no black people nowhere in the Western Hemisphere at all. There was no nappy head people in nowhere in the Americas until we got dropped off of a slave ship after Columbus. And how you know this? Science says so. You can go to the Amazon jungles, the huge 1,000 miles of the Amazon jungle, and look at all the uncontacted tribes. They all come up out of there with straight black hair looking just like Native Americans do. Red and black paint, a shit in their nose. It's no nappy headed people has ever been found in Brazil and the Americas until they got off the slave ship. Don't listen to these Dane Calloway lying ass niggas. All you got to do is put in uncontacted tribes and you'll see what they look like. You will never see a nappy headed person. First of all, If you're not scientifically literate, you won't put it all together and can't understand. Now, if you're scientifically literate, you would know 20,000 years ago, it was an ice age covering all of Canada and half of America. Okay? Nobody lived here 20,000 years ago. It was empty. Okay? So if you didn't know about the Laurentine ice sheet, now you do. You see? You got something from me. 2018, D Game Dog said 2018 African leaders apologized for selling us into slavery. Yes, they did. We want land in Africa. Put that in the YouTube. I did that too. Go to my page, my YouTube page. I'm sitting here in Ghana at the repatriation conference. I also shared another video about the land that was given to us by a chief in Ghana. I showed pictures of me and my tour group walking all around this land, and I gave the story where I almost died because it was hot as hell. We drove this bus, the tour bus, to the vacant land where African Americans are buying plots of land. Actually, they built their first house last month. Go to what's his name? Bomani Timbia. He does the tours to Ghana, to Senegal. He's been doing this for years. He has a repatriate. I met the chief out there. I got pictures. Y'all haven't seen these pictures? You're not Facebook friends. But they have a huge miles of land just open. And all we got to do is go there and start building. They ain't going to build it for you. You want to repatriate? Buy a plot. They got people doing construction right there. And it's going to be a huge African-American community, a Pan-African community in Ghana. Just Google Pan-African community in Ghana. Bomani, Pan-African community. You'll see it all. You'll see the house built, the plots of land. You can also go to Facebook and type in my name, Varian Xavier, Ghana. And you'll see all my pictures in Ghana. You'll see me walking around all that land. You'll see me at the slave dungeon and all that. Yeah, so what it is African Americans ain't trying to leave. Let's just keep that real. These niggas ain't going. They can talk all that shit. They not going nowhere. I told them, nobody even asked me about it. I'm telling I did a trick. I said, let me see if these guys are serious. So I shared this shit in all these groups. Nobody gave a damn. I shared this shit in about 20 black groups on Facebook. Nobody gave a damn about the repatriation movement. Nobody gave a damn about that land that we got out there. Nobody gives a damn. Niggas ain't going nowhere. They're happy and they love America. Everybody talking that shit loves America. Trust me. Okay? They're not going nowhere. This is a great place to live. Don't let nobody fearmonger you. I guarantee you, if you go to Ghana and fall on hard times, lose a job or your business, guess what you're going to be doing? Guess what you're going to be doing? Because you're not getting no food stamps and no welfare. Oh, they don't have that. They got that here. That's been saving y'all ass. Okay? So you fall on hard times in Ghana, this is what you're going to be doing. Walking around the streets with food and shit on your head, selling shit, trying to make a living. Fuck around and go there. That's why I tell people, I have to warn people, you shouldn't make a decision to move there in Africa, anywhere in Africa, unless you're an older person who may have a pension. Your money is set and you're always going to get it no matter what. You got a pension. Or you're getting some kind of retirement or some kind of fixed income. Then you can go out there and live great. And if people with a pension, they can go out there and live great. Okay? Or if you just had a solid business that you knew was unfailable. But if you don't have a solid business that's unfailable, because first of all, you're not going to get a job. You can't go to Ghana and get no job. They fighting hard for jobs. You're not going to come over there taking no job. They hate anybody coming over there taking their jobs. And I respect that. They want you to come over there and bring a business and help employ people. When Americans come over there, that's what they want us to do. Come over there and help the country thrive. Bring your business, start a business, employ people, get shit cracking. They don't want you coming over there leeching. They're doing bad themselves. So they don't want y'all coming over there leeching off of them. Okay? You come over there with some creation, create something, and it's all good. But, so back what I'm saying, if you ain't got no pension or no set income, you're going to lose a job, you is assed out. Okay? If you like sports, if you're a sports guy, like I will visit Ghana. I love Ghana. I'm going to visit again, but I could never live there, even though I love it. And it's peaceful. You don't even see no street fight, right? But I'm a sports guy. I have to watch NBA. I have to watch MMA. I have to watch boxing. Those are my three favorite sports: the NBA, boxing, and MMA. MMA being number one, UFC, right? I'm sitting out there like, and I think it was the playoff season? I You would have to watch sports at like 4 in the morning and shit. And you tired, you missing out all the kind of shit. Cause sometimes they don't even have the sports programming over there. I think you got to get some kind of special cable service. But just in general, they don't have the sports programming. So if you're a sports guy, it's not for you. See, we're spoiled here. So when you go there, you'll realize how spoiled you are as a black American. Spoiled as fuck. You spoiled. You have no clue you're spoiled. You got everything you need and everything at your fingertips. It's poverty in Ghana. So when I say you won't see no fights, Ghana's different. They're not like violent people. It's all black. Ain't no white, Mexican. It's all black. So when I'm walking the streets and shit, um, you feel safe. But if you're new and don't know nobody, you need to be with somebody. But they don't fight, they break it up. If two people are arguing in Ghana, right? They not we ruthless out here. We violent. If two people are fighting in Ghana, as soon as they get ready to throw blows, everybody's running towards the fight and breaking it up. Women especially. Oh, stop it, stop it. They get to running and breaking it up. So I'm in Ghana at the hotel, and the workers and the helpers there, we became friends the 10 days we was there. So two workers is arguing, just all in each other's face. I'm like, he about to swing on him. But neither one of them swung. Like us here, we would have been swung on one, took off on one another, right? But they sat there and argued for so damn long. But they was arguing different. No, 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 no. And hands in each other's face, but nobody would swing. I'm like, when's somebody gonna swing? See, I'm a what do you call it? I'm a savage the way I was thinking. Like we savages. And then they got the one person accidentally hit the other, and they got the tapping and scrapping, and everybody quickly broke it up. I'm like, damn, I wanted to see him get down. And then I realized my ass is a heathen and savage. We savages in America. What up, Alucard Jets? Hey, thank you, R. Well, I do have some content. I'm gonna tell you guys one of my best presentations I made. Now, it was janky because I'm not like a computer literate guy like that where I make it all professional shit. I kind of sometimes I might hold my phone up to the screen and talk. You know what I mean? But one of my most fire lectures, this presentations, is the Tuareg Moors Berbers exposed. But it's not exposed in that kind of way. I was just teaching who are the Tuareg because the people are always talking about Tuaregs are black. Tuaregs is black. Tuareg is the only Berber tribe, and it's an outlier tribe. So when people say the Berbers black and they choose the Tuareg, well, why don't you choose the other one? The Tuareg is a rare tribe. But anyway, the Tuareg tribe was a tribe of the Sahara Desert. They're like gangsters of the desert, right? So any trade in between sub-Saharan Africa and North Africa goes through the Tuareg, them desert gangsters. It's like you can't come through that desert. They're going to bang on you. Where you from? Where you going? That's the Tuareg. You know what I mean? That's what I, in layman's terms, that's what they like, the desert gangsters. You know what I mean? What hood you coming? What you doing in my hood? They'll sweat your ass. They get up on them horses and sweat your ass. So the Tuareg took on sub-Saharan African slaves, right? And those women became concubines of the Berber men. So the Berber men had took on sub-Saharan African women, right? And then women had children. And those children are mixed Berber, sub-Saharan African, right? So you see a lot of them, and then it's just generations born into that. So the Tuareg will look like they're black because you have a lot of mixed Berber, sub-Saharan African people. But trust and believe, the Tuareg, per se, the white Tuareg or the white Moor, is in charge. And the black Moor is doing the labor. So when I have these discussions, I say, remove the Tuareg. Let's just talk about the Berbers. You get what I'm saying? Pancho Vega says Africans Android sold black Hispanics and Nativo Indios. I can't even comprehend that, but okay. Ashante Mende says, I respect Jabari. He is and was wealthy before YouTube, but I don't believe in Egypt. Okay. I respect Jabari. He is and was wealthy before YouTube, but I don't believe in Egypt belief system. What do you mean Jabari was wealthy? That's the first time I heard that. You mean like financially set? Because wealthy is like another level. Okay. What's up, Gideon? Peace to you. Somebody said, what Ashanti talking about? I say, see, people use, you can either say Ashanti or Asante. I say Asante. Asante gang is what I usually say. I don't say Ashanti, Asante. Um, Santa Maria, the first slave ships. Okay, you're asking me a question. Atlantis African says, you say the modern Egyptians are the ancient Egyptians, but they are Muslims who claim Arab origin. In other words, there are no descendants of the Egyptians today. Okay, now let me clear that up. Those people are confused. So, you have um, what you call genetic affinities, okay? Like North Africans, Arabs, people in the Levant, the Near East, Syria, stuff like that. They have all a similar look, but they're different people, okay? You have in Egypt, you have people who call themselves Egyptians. You have Coptics, okay? Coptics are people who speak the closest thing to the original Egyptian language, right? So they would be the closest thing speakers to the Egyptian language, okay? Guess what? None of them are black. So anyway, so you have the Coptics, Egyptians, and then you have a small amount of Berbers in Egypt. Now, outside of Egypt, going across North Africa, they would call those people Berbers. Like Tunisia, Algeria, Libya, and Morocco. Some of Mauritania. You know what I mean? Those are mainly Berbers are dense in Morocco and Mauritania. Okay, so Arabs conquered Egypt. Not conquered. That's even the wrong word. The Arab army entered Egypt. You know how many it was in the Arab army? 4,000. See, you didn't watch my video, Black Egypt Debunked. All this is in there. So you have homework. Go watch my video, Black Egypt Debunked. All this information is in there. Okay? So, Arab army, only 4,000 of them came. And Egypt changed political hands. It's not like today's time where we were warring, shooting and killing up. They weren't doing that kind of warfare. It was more political warfare. So Egypt changed political hands. Just like it did in the 25th dynasty, it changed political hands to the Black Pharaohs and the Nubian dynasty, the 25th dynasty. But it wasn't like bloodshed. We're shooting you up. It changed political hands. So Egypt, and this was later, what, 600 AD? You know what I'm saying? That population before the Arabs got there are still there. People don't disappear. You know what I'm saying? Like all of Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, and all these countries were conquered. But guess what? The people are still there. Do you see what I'm saying? They didn't disappear. So this is game people used to make you believe. People just vanished and disappeared. Egyptians never disappeared. They're still there. The modern day Egyptians in general contain about 67% of the genetic composition that the ancient Egyptians were of. So the modern day Egyptians are the ancient Egyptians. But over time, mixed bloods. So Egypt became Arab and Islamized. But the people are still there and the same people. Even the Berbers all over through North Africa to Morocco, they became Islamized. But they're still Berbers. You get what I'm saying? So nobody disappeared. Nobody dispersed and vanished. They're still there. Just like the Ghanaians are still there. The Nigerians are still there. All the Congolese are still there. The Twa are still there. The Batwa, the Twa, they're still there. Nobody disappears. So don't believe that. Yes, the Egyptians that are there right now are the Egyptians that were there ancient times. We never inhabited them lands. The Nubians were only the lucky sub-Saharan Africans that were along the Nile, and they were able to do business and trade and go up and down. But the Nubians are down here. They're not North Africans. North Africans are not nappy-headed people and never have been. We've cleaned this up. The Hotep hustle is over. Black Egypt is dead. Come on home to West Central Africa. We got you. Pancho says, 1492, they tried real Native American Indios. Is Indios another word for, because I may not know your terminology. Is Indios words for, okay, I'm back. I'm reconnected. Indian? Okay, y'all confusing me. Yeah, Leo, Arabs came in around 600. So from 600 to now, ain't nobody disappeared. They still there. People got to let it go. People got to let it go. It's just stuck in the head. So what people were seeing, they were seeing Nubian artwork and they were seeing Nubian statues, and they thought it was Egyptian statues and artwork. No, those just statues and artworks from the Nubian dynasty. And you just thought it was Egyptian. Okay. Asante Mende says, me and Shaka Amos should debate this topic. Ask him to debate me. I offered him 300 already. He turned her down. And then he acted and faked like he didn't watch my presentation, but he did. So since he's fronting and faking, I had to expose him and bust him out about his side lock. It is a lock for a child. It's not for a man. Yeah, Shaka don't want this because he don't want to get embarrassed. Now, I'm not saying I know more about Egypt than Shaka or any of these guys because I don't. I'm not a scholar. They know more details than me. I just know basic shit that'll shut them down, and we don't even have to have further conversation. They can't even answer them. Find that one. They can't even name the one tribe or nation. It's game over right there. See, I know how to cut the ring off on them. I don't have to go all this pontificating. I ask you a few questions, and that's it. I put a little common sense together and a little wisdom together, and that's it. I ain't got to know all that deep shit. I couldn't tell you what dynasty was what and who was. I can't tell you that shit. I don't know who the fuck was ruling the second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh, eighth. I don't know all that shit. Okay, so it is Indian. Okay. HP Buddha, what's up? What's up, Dana Garrison? Yeah, people don't realize how big Africa is. It is huge. And all of it is not yours. Let it go. Black Jesus asked, is that Black Jesus? Black Jesus? on Sunday TV? Okay, but Black Jesus asks, Chief, do you know anything about ghosted DNA? Not really. Um, no, not much. I hear about it all the time, but like certain subjects I'm not well read in, I just don't just run my mouth in public about it because I would hate to miseducate somebody. So maybe you can help me out with that one day. HB Butter, thanks, bro. 100. You're welcome, Leo. Oh, okay. Now, when you said ghost DNA found in Yoruba, now I kind of get a hint at what you're talking about. Black Jesus. Don't listen to him, bro. These niggas been trying to make little fake connections from Egypt to Yoruba culture. And you do have a small percentage of brothers in Yoruba who think they came from ancient Egypt. So that's where it's coming from. But that's just a modern day thinking of this Yoruba because they've been influenced by religion and modern day education. Okay. The ancient, older Yoruba tribes didn't claim that. The new generation of a small clique in Yoruba claimed to come from Egypt, but they have no proof. It's just shit talking. It's just like niggas here saying they from Egypt. Same shit in certain other places too. Yeah, he asked me if I ever gonna do a live call in on my platform. Yeah, so I've been telling people I'm gonna actually start being a YouTuber. I'm on YouTube, but I'm not a YouTube. I'm just upload videos and talking shit and having fun and entertaining myself and engaging in intellectual conversations. But I wouldn't consider myself a YouTuber right now. So recently I've been telling people I'm about to become a YouTuber. So when you see me with a mic and a professional background and graphics and shit, then I'll be a YouTuber and you'll see how to grow a channel. I'm telling you. I'm gonna make it jump off. I'm gonna have cold blooded, nice interviews. I'm gonna have credentialed people. I'm gonna have humorous people, and we're gonna make it fun. I already got a cast of characters in my mind. Okay, and you go. Well, I'm gonna show you guys how to actually do a real interview. So how y'all see me acting and talking shit and acting a fool, and sometimes you give me passion. When I start becoming a YouTuber, I'm not gonna behave like that. I know how to sit down, be cool, be a host, and do a good interview and things like that, and have a good discussion because I'm not going to be with a bunch of irate, ignorant niggas. First of all, okay, I'm gonna have professional people in great topics, and I'm not just gonna be up here live streaming with about 4, 5 people on the panel arguing all day. I don't do that type of shit. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, Tiharka says, you're wrong about the Tuareg and sub-Saharan Africans and Moors. You're not correct at all. Okay? So Tiharka says that. So let me scroll on down. Okay. Now, Tiharka, what I would have said, you're wrong about this regarding the Tuareg because of this and this and that. You didn't do that, so I can't even have a combo with you. It's like an empty sentence, just like an empty statement. Get a little more specific and come back. What specifically did I say wrong or was wrong about? Let's do that. Whatever I said about the Turag in that short little 5 minutes, tell me what was wrong specifically. Okay? Yeah, keep it classy. So like people think this is how I'm gonna be acting when I become a YouTube. Nope. You're gonna see class. I might even have a collared shirt and a tie on all the time. Oh, I'm a professional. Y'all might not see me in collared shirts and ties, but I got a closet full of them. So during the day, during the week, I go out business casual. I'll be in collared shirt, khakis, and shit like that. I know how to clean up. I'm no rookie. Is Inky in the chat? Somebody say peace to Inky. Is Inky in the chat? If he is, I hope so. Me and Inky cool for right now. Oh, and there go Inky. Appreciate you all facts. That show would be dope, Chief. Yeah, Inky, you're gonna be one of my guests. But see, I'm gonna tell you, people just think I ain't got no clout. I know how to make shit happen because I'm a salesman. So I know I have a network, and we're gonna all share each other's shit and help each other grow. Plus, the way I get down, it's gonna grow on its own. Once my Facebook followers know I'm being a YouTuber because I got like 10,000 followers on Facebook and 5,000 friends, and add them to you, oh, it's gonna grow. People are gonna be hating on Chief X. I'm telling you. People are gonna be hating on Chief X because Chief X gonna be have 100,000 followers and he gonna be a bigger voice. Plus the ladies gonna love me. Hey, Inky, I've been telling these cats. Look here, bro. I've been telling these cats. Let me see. I can't see it. I've been telling these cats, Inky. I need to see degrees from these three people who claim they have a degree. Ngozi said he has a degree. No one has ever seen it. I need to see that, Ngozi. I'm not banging on you, but we cleaning house. We moving we cleaning house. I need to see a degree from Inky. Dr. Reggie said he has a degree. I need to see Dr. Reggie's degree. I also need to see if Dr. Reggie's a real paralegal. I don't know. I've never seen any proof. Reggie doesn't have a job. Paralegals who are legit paralegals, all of them have a job. Why doesn't Reggie? I need to see the paralegal. I need to see the degree from Ngozi, Garfield, because Garfield said he has a degree. I need to see that. I offered to pay Garfield and Reggie $100 to see the degree. I haven't seen it yet. That means they're lying. But I'm just putting pressure on them and fucking with them right now. What'd you say? Ngozi getting AL? What's that? What's AL? Oh, getting an L, like a loss? Now, Kaya Davis said, I have to disagree, X. So I'm not sure. This is what I'm saying. You guys have to write complete sentences if you want to communicate, okay? I've been saying a million things. I'm not sure what you disagree on. You guys have to complete your sentences. It's okay to keep typing for an extra 10 minutes. Not in 10 minutes, but extra 10 seconds and put a period in the comma and have good communication so I can read the comment, understand it, and give you a proper reply. We're adults. Come on, y'all. Okay, I disagree. It's your overall personality compounded with your content why we fucks with you. Okay. But nobody shares my shit though. Do be too formal. I gotta disagree. Okay, maybe I didn't read your previous comments. I'm sorry. Well, I'm gonna keep it Chief X. It could be Chief X TV. It might be Real Talk with Chief X. I haven't even thought of it like a name. Um, Now you got me thinking of a name. But I'm gonna think of something. Yeah, Inky's not a PhD or a MD. He says he's a naturopathic doctor. What's up, B. Tolliver Burns? That's one of my customers. B. Tolliver Burns is a loyal customer. I be hooking B. Tolliver Burns up, don't I, bro? B. Tolliver Burns, bro. When I come back to North Carolina, I want to meet up with you. B. Tolliver Burns is one of my best and favorite customers. I be sending that cat. I be sending them home pizzas. Oh, continue reading. You further elaborate. Let me see, because I be missing all kind of comments. I should be on my tablet. This little bitty phone. Okay, I disagree. It's your overall personality compounded with your content while we fucks with you. Cool, baby. X marks the spot. That is kind of cool though. X marks the spot. Hot diggity dog. Or maybe Chief X marks the spot. That's fucking kind of fly though. Chief X marks the spot. Hmm. Okay, so we're pressuring them three people to show their degrees. If they can't show it, we need an apology. So, Inky, let me ask you: does Dr. Reggie is he actually a paralegal, or he just says he's a paralegal? Have you seen it? Yeah, you're welcome. You think it'll grow and blow? Yeah, I think Chief X the Spot is a fucking good name to me. I don't know why I'm impressed with that right now. Oh, okay, Dave. Okay, Dave. He said, if I start wearing suits and suppressing my vibe, it might backfire. You know what? You might be right. Now, I wouldn't wear suits because when I used to do real estate, Dr. Iggy said, bro, what? A lot of these guys just start calling themselves doc. But I want to know, does Reggie actually have a degree, or has he been lying all these years? A bachelor's degree. And is he a real paralegal, or has he been lying all these years? So, okay, yeah, David, you're male, right? I think you're saying. Tolliver Burns said, y'all hit up Chief X for some side hustles. B. Tolliver Burns, I've been telling people this forever. But people would be scared and shit. I tell people I ship cases. It's about 25 people who feed their family off the shit I ship them. And the quality, see, people are under the impression they be on Instagram, they see all these edibles and all these pictures of shit on Instagram. Let me tell you something. That shit is trash and knockoffs. Chief X got the real quality deal. That shit they sell on Instagram and all that shit they be promoting, you gotta eat the whole fucking package to get high. The shit I eat, you eat two or one or two pieces, you lit and you good for the whole fucking day. You know, a $25 bag of gummies or a $20 bar of chocolate bar, that shit'll last y'all all week for $20. So an edible high is better than a smoking high, but you got to understand and figure out what your milligram dosage is. Everybody's milligram dosage is not the same. Most people overeat and take too many milligrams. So like when you hear people say, "Oh shit, I don't want no more of that shit no more. I was fucked up." They didn't know, and whoever gave it to them didn't know. Edibles is about milligram. Any item you get, you're not supposed to eat the whole thing. If you got to eat the whole item, that's not a good item. It's not a good quality item. But if you're eating something and you don't know how many milligrams you're eating, don't eat it. I highly suggest don't eat it. If the package says how many milligrams on it, then do it. But you got to understand, if you're not getting it from me, you're getting it from people all on Instagram and shit. And they shit may say 500 milligrams, but in reality, it's 100 milligrams. I don't jive people with my shit. If my shit say 350 milligrams, it's 350 milligrams of quality shit. What you say, B. Tolliver Burns? How's my quality? You ain't got to lie for me. Tell the truth. Kobe Gigi, we were supposed to get up to you when you came back to North Carolina. Now, I'm not good with names. I'm an old cat. I didn't burn some brain cells, so my memory may be like if anybody thinks I'm ignoring them, I may truly have forgot a name. Don't take it to heart. Now, are we Facebook friends? Um, Kobe Gigi. Because people have a different name on Facebook than they have on YouTube, so I don't know. My name's the same on Facebook or YouTube. Chief X. So education and learning, what's up, man? I said, we the people are seeking action against House of Consciousness. We demand to see the records, history of all receipts involved. Okay, Kaya David, I suggest stop smoking weed. It kills testosterone and makes us lazy. You know, Inky spoke on that yesterday, right? It's a tricky topic, right? Because none of the research is like set in stone. You know, a lot of marijuana research and THC research is more so from recent times. And a lot of times they do research and shit on animals or mice. So you have to be careful and see if that research you read and be sure was it regarding a mice or a human. Okay. So I'm not sure what you read, but I have read pros and cons, and have had many people say that. You understand? But whatever um whatever it does is so slight. It's not a big deal. You get what I'm saying? Weed is not native to Africa. I'm not sure where weed is native to. It might be India. I might be wrong. But I know the Indo and stuff is India. But anyway, when you go to Africa, bring your own weed. The most horrible weed I had was when I went to Africa. They do not have no good weed in Africa. That shit is total trash. I wouldn't even smoke it. I said, I don't even want it. They tried to give it to me free. I said, I'm good. I just stuck with my little my vape pen and did that. When I was, and I brought edibles. I had edibles all in my bag. So everybody that was on the tour with me, I mean, we was on a tour bus and we had to drive from Accra. No. We drove from Accra to Kumasi, which was like a 4 hour drive, right? And then on the way back, we drove from Kumasi to Accra. And on that way from Kumasi to Accra, I passed out edibles to about 10 different people on the bus. We was all fucked up on the bus. I was getting everybody high. People, everybody was high as shit, just riding on the bus and got on it. And it was some people who just weren't used to it. It was fucked up. I got everybody fucked up. They still talking about me today. My tour group loves me. Amir Black says, why is my name? Ngozi, why is my name in this? No reason. I'm just checking degrees from people who claim they had a degree. That's all I need to see. If it's all good and everybody that got degrees, we show our degrees and we move on. You got a degree, Amir Black? Just type yes or no. If you type yes, show it to us. Kaya David said, trust me, black people would accomplish more without weed, especially those who tend to abuse it and smoke it around the clock. Well, I'm a marijuana advocate because I work in the cannabis industry. And if you are to talk about anything, you should have alcohol on your mouth. Okay? Because alcohol is 50 times worse than marijuana all day. And I'll debate anybody on that. Alcohol will have you beating your wife. You understand me? Alcohol will have you not doing no work. Alcoholic will have you getting fired, right? You can overdose on alcohol. You can't overdose on marijuana. Okay? Alcohol will destroy your kidney. Marijuana won't destroy your kidney. Alcohol is toxic as fuck. And your body fights hard to process alcohol. Inky, break some information down about alcohol and what it does to your body. Alcohol is bad for your body. So you say alcohol too, but the first thing that comes off people's mouth should be alcohol. You got to get on people who drink alcohol. The weed smokers is minor. Okay? Alcohol, you couldn't go to a house party back in the day when niggas drinking 40 ounce without a a fight in LA and Compton, see where I'm from. 40 ounces in house party, oh, it's gonna be a fight. Never fails. Weed in a house party, everybody chill. You see what I'm saying? Alcohol will make you act a fool. It'll make you stumble. It'll make you throw up. Weed don't do all that. You're not gonna stumble on weed. You're not gonna vomit and throw up. You're not gonna pass out. You're not gonna be so inebriated where you don't know what the fuck is going on. Weed, you are always conscious and aware and on point. You say, okay, fuck alcohol first, then if that helps. Amir, I'm reading your comment. You did throw me on the bus when you came on Sonetters. You threw me under the bus then. The whole conversation log is I never mentioned it to you. You threw me under the bus, bro. I'm only asking, do you have a degree? I'm not even throwing you under the bus. But you're reacting like you don't have one and getting angry. See? Ask me to show my real estate license and watch me smile and pull it out of my pocket and say, see? I wouldn't give, like, people want to see degrees. What is the problem? See, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? People would be playing, well, I ain't got time. Okay, so you can't answer yes or no. I'll take it you don't have a degree. Right? So here, Team Osiris act like they agree with me about Egypt not being black. Total bullshit. So I peeped the game, right? I'm in Rock Squad to fight it hard. Team Osiris won't fight it so hard. But Team Osiris in general, this is what they're saying. The Egyptians wasn't black, but they looked black. So they told the line. Oh, they weren't black, but they looked black. It's the same thing. No, I'm not the authority of the community, but I'm asserting my authority. And Nick, I'ma say what I want, and niggas gonna do what I want, or it's gonna be like that. That's what it is. I'm not playing with y'all no more. I'm not playing. It's just too many liars, too many people fronting and faking like they bigger than they really are. People trying to be grandiose. I'm sick of it. So it's not personal. Anybody I can think of who said they had a degree and fronting in the community, I want to see it. Garfield said he had a degree. I called him out. I offered him 100,000. He still can't show it. Not 100,000. I offered 100. Garfield. Just think about this, people. 99.9% of the people on Earth with a bachelor's degree, right? If anybody says, I'll pay you $100 to show your degree, all 99% would show it. That's why I say put money on niggas. That's how you call them out and figure out that they're lying. So since I didn't put money on Ngozi, he might have a degree, right? So I'm gonna just put $50 on Ngozi. Ngozi, I'll give you $50 to show me your degree. Yes? Amir, you don't have to keep talking. And I'm not concerned. I'm not trying to argue with you. So just don't even waste your time. I'm not trying to argue with you. I just want to know, do you have a bachelor's degree and can you show it to us? Don't get the lashing out and it's personal and all this whole shit and you know what I mean. You wiggling and yourself look good, look making yourself look guilty right now. Yeah. Ngozi doesn't have a degree, people. He's been lying for years. Put money on these niggas and tell them to they won't show you shit because they ain't got it. I'm done. Okay, I'm trying to see your name. This phone is small. Guapo the Boss Garcia. Have you ever heard of the Grand Canyon being backdoor to Africa? Chief, I'm not just say, Chief, if not, just say no, brother. I don't. The Grand Canyon being the back door to Africa. Let's think about that statement. If I said, have you, if to anybody in the chat, if I said, have you ever heard of the Grand Canyon being the back door to Africa? What the fuck does that actually mean? Like, I think I'm a wise enough man, intelligent enough man, have good reading comprehension. Either you typed it wrong, or this is what you're trying to say. You're trying to say the Grand Canyon had artifacts from Egypt. Is that what you're trying to say? I'll wait for your reply. So I think you're talking about this myth of the Grand Canyon had these Egyptian artifacts and some artifacts from Africa. If you're saying that, that's been debunked. We used to talk about that 10 years ago. We've been killed that, if that's what you're saying. What's up, Jesus Price? Chief X is hurting the game. How it's okay, it's over. Now, let me just tell you something. I go in hard on Sonetta, right? But Sonetta knows, and we've had conversations for years. I've, I never see. I find entertainment Sonetta. I never want him to shut down, right? So I've always told him for years, Sonetta, you need to do this. Please don't have this person. You need to change how you do your show. You have to start vetting the people that come on your show. Vet them. It's not that hard. Somebody say they such and such, just Google it. Okay, you just don't have anybody coming on there making any kind of claims. But I've told Shanetta and I've preached to Shanetta for 10 years to change his platform and change the way he do things. But he won't, it seems. So I may have to just say, fuck it. But I will always probably tune in because I'm just a nosy motherfucker. That's why. But I took my subscriptions away from people. I suggest you do the thing. I said, why am I still subscribed to these people I don't like? I'm rewarding them. I'm rewarding them with subscriptions. I'm rewarding them with subscribers and making them look big. So I took my subscription away from Sonetter. I took my subscription away from Asan Campbell. I said, what the fuck am I doing? Subscribe to this idiot. I said, why this idiot still got 350,000 subscribers? People are talking shit, but they're not unsubscribing. So I said, I'm gonna unsubscribe. And if I want to look on their page and see what they posted for the day, I'll just type in the name and go look and be nosy and then go back to what I'm doing. But these niggas is not having my subscription. We got to learn how to punish motherfuckers who's fucking up on YouTube. We got to learn how to start taking subscriptions away. See, we still want to see what they post and be nosy, so we stay subscribed. But I said, fuck that. I'm unsubscribing. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Robinson says, does that change the validation of the information if they don't? Just analogy. So I didn't see a previous question, and I've been saying a lot of things. So I think you're saying, does it change the validation of the information if they don't have a degree? That would be the complete question sentence, but you didn't complete your sentence. So I'll just add it in for you. So I think you're saying, does that change the validation of the information if they don't have a degree? No, it doesn't change the validity of the information. Information is information. I'm talking about character and people's intent. That's what I'm more so talking about, not the information. I only 2 years college. You know what I mean? So it's not about you having the degree. You know what I mean? Um, you know, so it's just more about a character thing. So Amir Black says your mind games don't work. It's not a mind game. I'm being totally blunt and real and honest and plain. I'm just asking you for a degree. It's not a mind game. I'm trying to figure some things out in my head. If you don't have one, I get it. We don't have to keep arguing back and forth in this chat. You don't want to show it? I got it. Good. Cool. I got your ass, laugh out loud. And what do you got me for? I mean, what did I do? I mean, what? See, here's the thing with the conscious community too. Can nobody expose Chief X? You know what? It's so impossible. Because anything anybody want to expose Chief X on, Chief X didn't been told it already. I told my whole life and history. My Facebook is open to the public. It's not on private. Nothing I have is on private. Anybody of my friends, my family, all my ex-girlfriends, anybody in the world, a stranger, if somebody wanted to bust me out something, they can come on and comment and bust me out. It's open to the public. I've told people I was on drugs and got off drugs in 92. I did this and that, and this is how it is now. I'm a righteous brother. I don't owe a person a penny. I mail my people shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't owe nobody. I'm a great businessman. So I have no fear of being exposed. I can't be got. You know what? Garfield made up some fucking shit some months ago because I exposed that. He was mad. So for him to expose me, he had to make up a lie, right? So Garfield did what this bitch ass nigga Hero did in this chat. Oh, Chief X, you gay. See, I know my voice may be a little different, but you won't call Mike Tyson gay to his face. Don't let the voice fool you, trust me. So I forgot my damn point again. What was I saying, y'all? Oh yeah, so I don't lie. I don't owe nobody. I don't do nothing. I keep shit plain and real. You can't. I'm unexposable. Oh, I was talking about Garfield. So Garfield threw two things out there, act like he was exposing me. He said Chief X is what Chief X's do. He sells people stuff, and he steals their information, and start PayPal's in their name. I'm gonna expose him. I have all the proof. He said. Then Garfield said, oh, this gay dude came to me and exposed Chief X. He told me all about Chief X. He was. So he's lying to you guys to try to make me look bad or expose me. So guess what I do? What I always do. I say, Garfield, I'll pay you $100 to expose me. Please expose me. I'll pay you $100 for you to find any gay man in the world to expose me. I want you to expose me. Has he exposed me yet? It's 6 months later. Lying ass nigga. I'm unexposable. I'm clean. You see what I'm saying? Chief X is clean. I have no skeletons in my closet. That's why my Facebook page is open to the public. It's like a lot of these guys' Facebook page is private. You know why? They hiding from their baby mama. They hiding from friends and family members or people who they know because they'll see them lying and call them out. Why are you sitting here lying on Facebook? So they got their shit private. They don't let everybody friend everybody. They don't let everybody come in. These cats my shit is open to the public. I'm an open book. You can ask me anything, and I'll give you the total 100% correct answer. I have nothing to hide. I was talking about women and my ex-wife. And you a cheater. Yeah, I cheated when I had women back in my 20s and 30s and stuff, and 40s. I cheated. I straightened out when I turned 40. Right? But I'm still a flirt. You know, I do my thing. You know what I mean? But I live alone, so I can do my thing. But I remember when I stopped clubbing. When I turned 40, I stopped going to clubs, right? I remember I went to a club one day, and I'm just getting at this little young chick. She probably is about 30 or whatever. And I'm getting at her, right? You know, and her friend come by and snatched her by the arm. Girl, come on. He old enough to be your daddy. And it just shocked me. I said, what? I looked around. I said, wait a minute. I do got a little gray. I didn't have as much gray when I was 40. I said, I do got a little gray. I looked around and said, I am older than people. I stopped clubbing. I said, it's over. The game is over. So now I'll just go to a grown folk event, a concert, or if they have some grown folk event, a jazz festival, shit like that. Go to the movies, different events, and But I don't club no more. Inky, relax, bro. You keep saying I got my credentials. Just show it. We don't need to keep talking about it. Just show and prove. Jonathan Robinson says, yes, sir. And I see your point. Salute to you, OG, and I do appreciate your realness. Thank you, brother. Golden God, peace. Your claim states a pale skinned people have let me get these comments back up so I can read your comment. Okay. Hold on. Let me get back to it. Golden God, peace. Your claim states a pale skinned people have been indigenous to North Africa for 30,000 years. If you go back 200,000 years and the people are black, do you still regard the pale skinned North Africans indigenous? Great fucking question. Great question, bro, for real. Okay. So sometimes you have to be careful of the terminology. So sometimes when I say pale, I just mean paler than a person from Sudan or whatever. So I'll use things like straight hair because a lot of people in North Africa are melanated. So to say pale, then people will think, okay, they're not melanated, but that's not what I'm saying. But all humans are melanated. So um, when you say indigenous, what your question is asking is, this is what the conscious community people do. They focus on who was first. That's what your question is asking if you go back 200,000 years. So you're worried about who was first here. So black folk, black Americans be in competition. Oh, we were the first there. Yeah, we're better. So when I say indigenous, I mean a people, let's use the Native Americans, for example. They're indigenous to the Americas, meaning a people who traveled to a land and that land was basically barren and vacant. Okay? They traveled or migrated to a land, they set up camp there, and their culture was born there. They're indigenous to the Americas. The ancient American culture is a Native American culture. They're indigenous to the land. And they've been there, just say, approximately 15,000 years after the Laurentine ice sheet melted around 20,000 years ago, approximately. Then, around $15,000, 15,000 years ago when the ice started melting and they was able to come on in. Either they were along the coast or they came in when the ice melted, but they've been there at least 15,000 years. They're indigenous. Now, if the North Africans have been there 20, 30,000 years, which is longer than 15,000 years, shouldn't they also be considered indigenous? You get what I'm saying? So I've gotten off the who's first thing because that really doesn't mean anything. Like, right? So if I'm driving my car and I pass through Orange County, I'm not from Orange County. I'm not indigenous to Orange County. I just passed through Orange County. I never stopped in Orange County, set up camp, started a family, and my culture was born with I'm indigenous to Orange County. I just passed through it and may have took a shit on a rock and kept going. You get what I'm saying? African Atlantis, Africa asked me a question. Chief X, do you believe Ngozi is Fulani like he claims? I don't believe he is Fulani. I believe he's Somalian. Oh my God. It's funny you say that though. You know why? Because Gullah Geechee inboxed me 2 days ago who is a Team Osiris member. He inboxed me on my other Facebook page, but I didn't know. So I was just checking my inboxes and my messages just this morning, and I seen Gullah Geechee's message to me from Team Osiris. And he asked me something, but somehow the conversation got to Egypt. And I said these same things. And Gullah Geechee was spewing things sounding just like Inky. I mean, not Inky. Sounding just like Amir Black or Ngozi per se. Okay? Ngozi always say this basal DNA, basal this, basal that. And I said, he sound like Ngozi. So I said to Gullah Geechee, go ask him, Ngozi. This morning I said to him, I said, you guys showed those pictures, and you guys always talk about the Horn of Africa and saying horners. So when we were on that live in Ngozi, and you guys showed a picture of what you thought an Egyptian might look like, Ngozi pushes that they look more like Somalians. So it's funny you say that. So Ngozi has this thing with Somalians and how Somalian looks. I told Gullah Geechee that Ngozi actually looks like he's Somalian a little bit. That's why he has this affinity to Somalians. So when he paints a picture of Egyptians, he paints the picture of Egyptians that look like him. You get the game? That's what Ngozi has always been doing. He paints the pictures of the Egyptians looking like him. So he claims this Fulani, Somali. I've never seen his DNA test, so I couldn't tell you if he's lying or not. Ngozi talks, but he doesn't show and prove. I've seen Ngozi get his ass tore up by a real person who knows DNA science. So Ngozi has been able to fool us because he is good at it. He's better than everybody in regards to DNA science. But we're not specialists, so sometimes we can't catch him because it's not our field. Let me be real. I cannot catch Ngozi and see if he's bullshitting the people when it comes to DNA. I can't catch him. That's not my field. But I've seen a real one beat his ass before on the subject. You get what I'm saying? Like Asar. It's hard for people in the conscious community to catch him with any pseudo-linguistics. But when he tried to upload that shit up into Wikipedia, then Wikipedia scholars and their linguistic scholars shot his shit down and said, this shit is pseudo as fuck. Asar know it. The video, Asar Imhotep, aka Harold Johnson, exposed. And Wikipedia says he is straight 100% bullshit. Because they have linguistics on their staff that fact check linguistic information that come up within Wikipedia. Wikipedia shut Asar Imhotep down, said his shit was trash. It's on my video, Asar Imhotep exposed. That's why I'm skeptical about all these niggas. Since we don't know linguistics, he can come up in here fooling us and shit. Amir Black says, I do agree that the Egyptians are black. So now you flip-flopped. So now you saying they weren't black. Now you're saying they're black just because you're trying to beef with me now. Come on, Inky, now you're acting immature. Yeah, so I don't think Inky, because his wife is not like black woman, or his ex-wife. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to even get into all that, but she wasn't like African American. So I don't know what Inky is. He's a mix of something. Did I say Inky? I mean Ngozi. Amir, you said this nigga's trying to build a following. Yeah, that's what people do when they YouTube, but I'm not a YouTuber yet. But yeah, when I become a YouTuber, I want to build a huge, gigantic following. So you're halfway right, bro. Why are they in the comments talking about Ngozi? Laugh out loud. Y'all weird. Okay. This is what I do. A lot of time when people are live streaming, people jump into the live stream and miss the first fucking whole hour. When I jump into a live stream, I hit that and rewind. I rewind that motherfucker to the beginning. I don't have to be in a chat with y'all, and then I listen from the beginning so I can be informed and catch up with the with the conversation. You guys don't always have to be live in the chat at the. You can rewind that shit back and catch up if you come in the chat late. Armchair philosophy. There you go. Let Amir know. Tell him, Armchair. And Ngozi is playing dumb. He got spanked by Egyptologist 7, and I saw it. And I saw it too. The only reason I didn't comment, Armchair Philosopher, is because I was giving Ngozi a pass. I agreed with you, Armchair Philosopher, and Egyptologist. He threw me under the bus on Sonetter, and that's what y'all said, and I agreed. But I never said anything to him about it. And then when you guys are arguing with him for 2 hours in a thread, beating his ass and spanking him, and Egyptologist was spanking his ass, he was on quiet. Because she knows more than Ngozi does. Facts. Yeah, sometimes I say Inky when I mean Ngozi. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, so Amir Black responds, Egyptology 7 won't even go live. Yeah, she won't. She's not part of your camp. She does her shit on her channel and she remains private. All you need to do is talk to her. You don't need her face. You guys don't even show your face anyway. I don't know why you want to show her face. Y'all be hiding behind her voice. Y'all don't ever show your face. Amir Black, I don't never really see your face ever when you're on a live. We just know you over the years, but when you're on live, you got your camera off. Or you're in a car. Humble Lion, what's up, bro? Jason Creed says, yeah, you got washed by Egyptology 7, bro. Just be humble in defeat. Did you say that? Did you see the comment thread too? Jashawn Creed? Yeah, see, Egyptology 7 and some of these other people who are actually, I don't know if she's white or North African. They're not all Egyptian, but one or two of them. But they go deep into DNA science because they be battling you Afrocentrics who be talking that shit. Yep. They be battling you Afrocentrics who be talking that shit, disrespecting their culture, saying you ain't no real Egyptian, you ain't no Berber, we the Berbers and all that shit. They sick of you Afrocentrics bashing their culture. So when they fight back, here y'all go crying foul. Oh, the racists, they said this. Y'all been saying shit forever. Sarah Soon said it. Everybody talking about Arabs. Y'all been talking bad about people forever. You got to be able to take your own medicine. I don't want to hear no crying. I don't give a fuck. She loved me, and she's about the truth. That's all I care about. And if you about the truth, she'll love you. As long as you about the truth, she'll love you. If you come jiving, she gonna cuss your ass out. Period. Yep, Atlanta, your actions are making shit get real. Me and Inky gonna set this motherfucker off. I might do a live with Inky. And what the questions I get to ask Inky, but I'm gonna work as a team with him. Inky know I don't like him, but I'm gonna be friendly. I can be friendly for a conversation. Inky know I've exposed him, but I want to interview him and talk about the conscious community because I have a bigger plan. I want to truly expose this cult. Amir Black, I don't care if she was Samoan, white, from Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan. I don't care if she was Panamanian. Like, I don't care. She is just talking history and DNA science and just kicking the truth. I don't give a fuck what she is. Okay? Now, Inky. I'm sorry, I said Inky again. Let's do this, Ngozi. I know somebody that'll debate you on genetics. Type a yes, and if you want to do that, type yes. And I got the person that'll beat your ass. Say yes, you'll debate. Let me wait. Don't worry about it. Will you debate an expert on DNA science and some stuff regarding Egypt? Yes or no? Okay. Chill out. Get with you in a couple days. I know the person. And you're going to get on a live stream on a platform and do it, Ngozi? Okay, I'm back connected. Okay, he said, hell yeah. Okay, I got you, bro. I'll be in contact. Give me a couple days. I got an expert for you. And we're going to really see if Ngozi has been knowing what he's talking about and has he been tricking us. Everybody's on trial. I'm leaving no stone unturned. It's niggas who haven't even got at yet. Now, I'll think of a topic. And we'll stay along the lines of the ancient Egyptians and that we'll stay along those lines. And you can come with a topic, let me know. And then we'll run the topics by each other and we'll set it up. Well, I'm not fucking with Sonetter, so maybe we can go on, you can go on pseudo killers. Because the only person I have a decent relationship with on the pseudo killers is Chevron. Chevron's a cool cat. Me and him vibe. We talk on the phone all the time. So if pseudo killers will do it, we can go in there and do it. Yeah, you'll hear from me when you show that degree. I'm gonna say I apologize. You do have a degree. My bag. I truly apologize. You need a free item. I'm gonna do all that. I know I can stand to be corrected. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You got a degree, but you're not showing nothing. So hell, you're gonna go forever down in history from this day on as Ngozi claiming to have a degree but can't show it. That's the tag on you now. I'm putting cases on niggas. Amir Black, I know you don't just get. You are that. You're in this fucking group right now. You're just like me. I clown the conscious community, and so do you. We're the same people. Stop acting like you're different. You've been in the game, been around for 10 years, way back with Amin Ra Squad. I was there with you. Stop, man. Stop. Just relax, bro. Just show us your degree or chill. Yeah, I agree. You're not within the groups. I agree. You're Team Osiris. I got it. Okay, G's Mystery Show says, as a former special investigator and now a current investigative journalist, I have reasons to believe the first people in the Americas were the Eskimos, who later became the Native American Indian. Yes, so I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, the proper name we call them is the Inuits, right? The Eskimo, the Inuits, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, so the Inuits, the Eskimos, they have a similar affinity genetic makeup to the Native Americans. You know what I mean? They're that East East Asian type with a little slant eye, you know. So I don't get all into it, but you know. Chief Atlantis African commented again, and Ngozi can't win with the DNA. All official peer-reviewed DNA studies are saying Egyptians were Middle Eastern, not African, and that is correct. That's correct. But what I usually say is the Egyptians was just simply a mix of Eurasians, Caucasians, and North Africans, and just because they all have this similar fucking look. All I know is they wasn't black, nappy-headed people. They wasn't the people you would consider black at all. All you got to do is look at Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia. You don't see no black nappy head people there right now. You didn't see none back then. Yeah, Leo Avilli says Inuit. I thought I was right. Yep. Spirit within Hawaiians. Now, are you saying did the Hawaiians come to the America? Um, when you say Hawaiians, like when I was in the Navy, I went to Hawaii. I could not distinguish who was the Hawaiian because it's really part of the United States of America. But you have a large population of Pacific Islanders out there. You got a lot of Samoans out there. I really never knew who the true Hawaiian was. What do you say, Spirit Within? Okay, um, 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 um. Somebody said, "Do you really think?" And it was a question for me. I'm trying to find it. Mr. Soy said he thought the Eskimos made it with people here. Are you talking about like with the Native Americans? Amir Black says, Atlantis, you could debate me. Now, Amir Black, let me ask you this question because it's strange. People know me by one name, Chief X. They knew me by Chief X 10 years ago. They know me by Chief X today. I mean, what are you going to roll with? Amir, Ngozi? What's the other? What are you going to roll with, bro? I mean, do you want people to call you Ngozi or Amir? Which one is it? You got to, stick to something. You be a little sneaky. Now, Inky, whatever I'm saying now, I don't have no hate for you. Actually, you're kind of a cool cat to me, so I don't have any hate for you. I just want to see that degree. And it's a reason why I'm asking for it, but it's a method to my madness that I can't say right now. Okay? So all I'm just asking is, do you have a degree? And if you do, can you show it? That's it. I don't want no beef. I don't want nothing like that. I don't want to argue. Just say, I'm not going to show it, and then I'll leave you alone. Leo, you said they are Pacific Islanders. I used to live in, Leo, what state you live in? Let me know what state you live in. I live in Cali. So I grew up, like, I was born like around Compton. Then when we got like to junior high, I kind of moved to the suburbs and Cerritos. So and my grandma lived stay in Carson, California, which is next to Compton. So Carson, California has a huge population of Samoans. So I hung with a lot of Samoans growing up, a lot of Samoans and Filipinos. So in Cerritos and the Cerritos has a huge Filipino population. So my friends growing up was Samoans, Filipinos, blacks, and whites and Asians, because Cerritos is very multicultural, right? So my neighbors, I had a lot of Filipino neighbors, but I went to the Philippines when I was in the Navy. So I used to eat all that lumpia. I was up in Subic Bay eating that. I'm not even sure what your race. I'm talking to you like you Filipino. Um, oh, you NYC. So I'm out there eating balut. I don't know if anybody knows what balut is. It's a egg with a baby chicken still kind of not hatched, and they eat balut, right? So one day I'm gonna get on here and tell some war stories, right? Like when I was overseas in the Philippines, like me and my homie John used to go to the Philippines and we was hanging out. We was there for 10 days. So when I was in the Philippines, I used to have, when you're in the Philippines, they closed the Navy base in the Philippines. But in the Philippines, around the Navy base, when you go into the Philippines, all you see is Filipino and black girls, fine as hell, and white and Filipino girls. Because all the Navy who's been there around the base over all these years, they put babies there. I might have a baby there, right? So it's a lot of black and Filipinos mixed all around the Navy base. So when we go out in town, they be hanging up on these roofs and out these windows, and we walking through town, and these fine ass black and Filipino girls just yelling down to all us Navy men, "We love you, I love you, I love you, we love." And here I am 18, 19 in the Philippines, you know, and they saying we love him. We like, damn, they fine. So we get us a girl. And so there's days when you're off, I spend the night at her house. So when I wake up, she making chicken and rice all the time and shit. And when I went to the Philippines was the only time I ever caught a STD in my life. Cause you be over there fucking, right? But it wasn't like an STD. I caught the crabs when I was in the Philippines. So I didn't know till like days later, right? I'm like itching and shit, got the crabs and I'm itching. Then on my drawers, I'm seeing blood spots on my drawers. Like, what the fuck is this? And one day I look, I'm seeing these little creatures and shit on my hairs and shit. I said, oh shit. Went to the Navy doctor, the corpsman. He gave you this medicated soap because a lot of people had caught the crabs when they were in the Philippines. They give you that medicated soap and wash it away and it's gone. That was my only STD. Is the crabs considered an STD? Well, you just get some medicated soap and you wash it off. But in the Philippines, I caught the crab fucking with them damn girls out there. Right? So look here, like another war story. So when we go out to sea, we go out to sea for 6 months, right? It's called a Westpac. You know what I mean? Pacific Westpac. So you go out to sea for 6 months, and through those 6 months, you hit in different places. You hit Hawaii first, then you go to Japan, Korea, Hong Kong, Tokyo, and all that old shit. You know what I mean? Korea. So when we in Korea was also a fun spot. Korea was different than any other place, right? So we down in Korea, and they didn't have toilets like that. They have like it's a toilet bowl, but it's in the ground. So you just basically have to squat and shit. It's not a toilet seat, but it's a toilet bowl in the ground. You have to squat and sit. So when you go out in town, they have the loose women and hoes in windows. You know how you walk by windows and you're window shopping? They have the mannequins in the windows. That's how Korea was. They had these pretty Korean women sitting all in the windows and you just walk by. I'm just telling you war stories and shit. And you just walk by and you can pick anyone you want. Just old Navy shit and shit. I'm just talking. You can pick anyone you want. I picked this real cute little Chinese girl. And she took me around the back and we did our thing. The Navy was fun. That's why I didn't go to like the Army and Marines. Because I wanted to travel. I wanted to go to all these countries. Plus my granddaddy, my uncle was in the Navy. So the Navy was for me. Right? It was a great experience. I did 2.5 years. I seen and done a lot. Oh, let me tell you another story. So when we in the Philippines, while we're out to sea for 6 months, right? So in my unit was called the operations department. My job was the operations specialist, which is radar navigation. And you sit in Europe, like in the towers where the captains is and shit, and all the officers and shit. And when we're doing radar navigation, now I'm on a piece of shit sheet compared to the other ships in the Navy. I'm on the LST. LST is an amphib ship, right? So we're this kind of ship who carries the Marines on the ship, and we go to shore and let the Marines off the ship, and they go out to land and fight, and we go back out to sea, and then we go pick them up when they're ready, and we go back out. But anyway, so for the 6 months that we're out there before we get to the Philippines, because the Philippines is the party spot. Fuck Korea, fuck everybody. The Philippines is where it's fun, where it's party. They love blacks out there. Crazy. They love blacks in the Philippines. So we save our money up in our department as we get paid for that 6 months. So when we get to the Philippines, we our department rents out an entire bar for 48 hours. So my department, we had this bar for 48 hours. Free everything, free drinks. And this is where I see the third world freak shows, right? Let me just tell you the third world freak shows since I'm just in the mood to talk right now, right? So you get there and we got this bar and you have all these mixed Filipino girls, black and Filipino, white and Filipino, Mexican and Filipino, and they fine. Ooh wee. So you get to the bar and you have the girls there entertaining you. We are like, like VIP elites. You know what I'm saying? in this third world. And the girls in the bar are working for us and entertaining us, right? So they get to dancing and shit, and she's smoking cigarettes. Then she put the cigarette on her pussy and smoke with her pussy. I said, oh my God. Another girl, she's dancing, you got a stack of quarters, like really $50 bills on top of a bottle, like stacked up on top of a bottle, right? This woman squatted down over the bottle and picked up every coin in her coochie. And we like this, oh my God. And she actually counted it out. Clean, clean, clean. You see some strange shit when you travel. Let me see what y'all talking about. Inky, you still mad up in here? Let me see. Inky says he wants to smoke. I see you say you from NYC, Leo. Amir is challenging armchair to a debate. Now, I'm not sure what armchair specializes in, but that might not be his lane. Armchair is just a smart guy. Every time armchair make a comment, that shit is so clean and smooth to read and funny and to the point. G Mystery Show said, I know your real name, Chief. I'm also from the city of Long Beach, Compton. Yeah, I tell people my real name. The Chief X is for Xavier Shelton. Amir Black, I always had one foot in and one fight out this community. Me too. Is it still a vertical view or is it straight up view? Oh, you was talking about when I was talking about the third world shit. Yeah, I had fun in the Philippines. Leo says, can I call you Judge Chief X? You know what? I don't have shit to do today, y'all. Just like a free day for me. So I ain't doing shit. I'm just laying around in bed and talking shit all goddamn day. I can't wait to Taharka Bay go live again today. That Taharka Bay show for the last 3 days was lit. That shit was lit. Thank you, Inky. Education and learning. Amir Black, why are you covering for Ankh? You know, you know he can't read, nor does he have a high school diploma. But you guys let him be the face of Amin Ra Squad. Why did you do this? Education and learning, you be fucking with everybody, bro. Amir Black, well, I'm going X call me when you're ready, fam. I hope your subscribers increase. But I want everyone to go on Phoenicius 7 or Egyptology 7 vids and look at their threads. I'm beating them bitch up. If you think so. Now who's this asshole in here called Gold Crown? Sloan says I was on the Batan. Is that a name of a ship you're saying, Sloan? If so, what type of ship? I was on the LST. I was on the USS Cayuga LST 1186. Education and learning, you tripping. He said Ankh is your master teacher. No, but Ngozi is smarter than Ankh, though. Now, just to be clear, Ngozi's sharp as hell. He's sharp. But I've learned I don't trust that DNA science. I think he curtails it, and Okay, G's mystery. So you said you actually blocked me on Facebook a long time ago. I made a comment in your flat Earth post, but since you've been on YouTube, I've been fucking with you. West Coast needs a platform. Love your energy. Okay, cool. Well, if I blocked you, I can't remember what it's for. I don't remember the name, but my apologies. I do know if I block somebody, it's not for a petty reason. Either they were disrespectful habitually, or they just seemed to have some mental health issues and was, relentless, It's some reason why I don't just block people because they disagree with me. I never do that. I love a disagreement. If I block somebody on Facebook, it was because someone was overboard disrespectful and I just wasn't taking it no more. Or they seemed to have mental health issues and was just fucking the thread all up. So I don't know what happened. I can't remember, but peace to you, bro. Where you say you live at? Atlantic, Africa 79. If Ngozi is a geneticist, he has to bow down and submit to what the DNA is saying. In most official DNA studies for the Abasir mummies in 2017 said they were not black. That's true. True as fuck. So this is what conscious community does. So they tested, how many mummies was it they tested? I forgot the exact number. Put it in here if you remember. So they tested mummies in the Abasir mummies, and it wasn't a big population that they tested, right? I guess it was in a certain area and not just a whole bunch of them, right? But the DNA test that was good, the good DNA test that they had on them showed it wasn't you. Showed it wasn't us. It showed who we thought it was. That Eurasian, that, that Caucasian, that Levant, that Egyptian, that all that type. I don't know that. I mean, I'm not a genetic guy, but it wasn't us. So if it's a game and we're keeping score, it's 10-0. You still losing. So what the fuck? You still losing. Oh, it's just a small population or whatever the fuck it was. It wasn't you and you still lost. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Golden Crown's in here insulting me. Huh? He must be young. He must be real young. Like, who does that? Just coming into somebody's chat insulting strangers and shit. Don't have a reason. Didn't say he didn't do nothing to you. You know what I mean? People just mad that they heroes got exposed and mad at me and shit. Instead of just saying, you know what, you right, Chief. I used to believe this. I'm correct. I stand corrected. Instead of just submitting and saying, you know what, this is an intellectual evolution. Like, I didn't get mad when I found out a lot of Nation of Islam shit was wrong. I just moved on to the next thing and evolved. Then I found out that was wrong. I moved on to the next thing and evolved. And it's a journey. You learn, you grow, you evolve. You know what I mean? Some things you believe at a certain time, and then when you grow up and move on, you disbelieve it and you just change. You change with truth and move on. I don't know why people get so upset and angry and shit. It's crazy. Did you say 504 top letter? OGs always have the wildest story. You know what? Because, like, one day I'm just going to get on here and just do some storytelling, some cold blooded shit. I wanted to tell some story. I tell a story right now. I tell a story, a war story from the 1990 when I was on that shit, fucking up. Right? So I got high, right? It was in, like I graduated high school in 1987, right? Okay. So imagine Los Angeles, think about Rick Ross and all the shit that was going on in LA in 1987, right? So around that time was the crack craze was jumping around, right? Every other homeboy you had was trying to sell it. So it was, I don't want to say new because they had it in 80 actually, but they was freebase shit. But it was rather new. So people around that time were experimenting, where in today's time they won't experiment because they just totally clear and understand the total effects and that shit. So, but in 87, a lot of black people in the community and a lot of us youngsters, all my homies and everybody, we were experiment. What we would do is crunch up the crack rock inside the weed joint, and we would roll it. We would call it primos. So I would say everybody was smoking Primos because it was just a new thing, right? But some people got hooked and took it to another level because that drug addiction is cold. And the high is an amazing high where it's an extremely addictive drug. You get what I'm saying? You can experiment 4 times and be addicted. You get what I'm saying? So everybody in 87 was experimenting. So we had some friends who would bring in, we would get high and sneak behind the bleachers and smoke a Primo and smoke. We was weed smokers, but we was trying it with Primo, with the crack. So half of us got hooked, half of us stopped. So my first time experimenting with crack was in 1987 in high school, right? But I wasn't hooked then, right? But we experimented. Then I go in the Navy, right? So then I can't because I'm out in seas and doing things. But the times we came back to shore, I experimented more. It was just a thing in 1990 people were doing, right? So we were even kicking it with ladies, and me and my homeboy, we were kicking it, me in the Navy, and we would go to kick it with these Belizean chicks and shit. And we was fucking it, we smoking Primo. So it was kind of became a recreation thing, but we didn't get exactly hooked because we weren't exactly on the pipe. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the pipe, it takes it to another level. So you graduate from Primos to the pipe. So when I'm in the Navy and come in shore, I'm in downtown Long Beach. And you know how downtown Long Beach was in 1989, 1990. Oh my God. So I would sneak off the ship sometimes. And I remember, this is a war story. Bear with me. I don't mind telling war stories. I ain't got no shame in this shit. So I remember I got positive for a piss test for marijuana and cocaine was in my urinalysis, right? And this is after I had done 2 years already, right? So I started experimenting again, and I had a positive piss test, right? So the military don't play, they'll kick you out. But what they did to me was, I wasn't no bad worker. I'd done my job. I was a good worker. I'm a smart guy. They liked me, you know what I mean? But I had a positive urinalysis. So they asked me, do I want 45 days restriction to the ship, 45 days of your pay, and we're going to take a rank from you. So I went from an E3 to an E1, right? So I said, fuck that restriction. I'll take out. I'd rather get out. It's okay. They processed my paperwork, cut me my last check, and I was on my way. And I had an OTH discharge. But, no. Let me back up. Let me back up. I stayed on restriction for a while until my paperwork was done and I got out. So I'm on restriction on the boat. I can't leave the ship. I'm stuck. It's like a prison for people who fuck up. You know what I mean? I'm stuck on a ship. I'm not supposed to leave the ship for 45 days, right? So I wanted to get high. At nighttime, and I had an El Camino car. You know, back in the day, we used to roll El Camino. So I had an El Camino. In that time, I had the sharpest El Camino. I had a 1985 El Camino with the Pioneer speakers in the back, and compact disc players had just started coming out. So I had a compact disc, and I was able to put a CD in there. So I was like, to youngsters at 19, I would be considered that nigga balling and doing good, cause you know. So I snuck off the ship, hopped in my El Camino, and creeped off and went out in town to downtown Long Beach and started getting high. Met this chick who was already on the pipe, and this was the first time I tried the pipe, right? She had a pipe, and I rolled up a Primo, right? And she said, you want to try this pipe? I said, no, I'm good. That's a little too hardcore for me. And something said, try it. I said, give me that damn thing. And I hit the damn pipe. It was over. I never smoked Primos again. And I was high as hell that night, right? And I was out of dope. And I wanted to get some more, right? So, I'm driving around Long Beach searching for more. And I'm supposed to be on a ship. So, I find some more, smoke that up. Now I need some more. I'm driving around some more. This time, I didn't know where to get it. So I seen this thug ass nigga And I said, this is a dope dealer. I say, man, you know how to get some of that yayo? Because back in the day, we used to say yayo. You know how to get some of that yayo, man? He looked at me. And this is a thug. You know, like one of them penitentiary. You know this nigga's a fool. But I was so high and so in need of it, I didn't give a fuck. I was going to deal with him and play tough. He said, yeah, man, I know to get some. I'll bring you some. How much you need, bro? I said, just give me $30 worth. All right, man, I'll be right back. This nigga goes upstairs into a house, comes back out with his homeboy. So two niggas is walking to my El Camino. Both of them get on one side of the El Camino and then one on the other side of the El Camino. Now, mind you, these are some penitentiary niggas, probably about 38. I'm only 19, right? You know what I mean? They've been in the drug gang banging and shit, and they see my little victim ass, right? You know what I mean? All they saying, we got us a victim, little bitty nigga, little bitty young nigga. This is in their mind. So one's on one side, one's on the other side, and El Camino's only a one-seater. One pulls out a knife, one pulls out a gun on me. Get your ass over in the middle, nigga. I remember plain and clear to this day, my ass got kidnapped. They said, scoot your ass over and get in the middle, nigga. I'm like this, okay, don't stick me. Okay. They drove off with me in the middle and they on the end. These niggas had me spooked and scared as hell. Plus, I'm high, I'm paranoid as fuck, right? And they drive to some Mexicans who sold dope. Basically, they didn't have no dope. They was gonna rob me, take my car, my speakers, and my sound system. So they drove me to an alley. And the whole time I'm like this. And one time, I raised my hands. I said, put your goddamn hands down. We don't want you to police sending your hands in the air. Punking the shit out of my young ass. So I'm like this. Oh, okay. They drove in the alley to some Mexicans who was selling dope. Now these are them essays, right? You know what I'm saying? Them essays. You know, them chinos, you know. They said, what you need, homeboy? They said, we got some speakers and some music for you. These niggas got to taking out my speakers out the El Camino right in front of me. And I'm sitting there, what can I do? Pulling out the stereo. You better help us. I said, you better help. I'm helping taking my speakers out the damn car. Here, you guys, go here. These niggas took all my shit out the car, sold it to Mexicans for dope. These motherfuckers had a bag of dope off my compact disc player, which is a CD player. At that time, the shit was expensive. Pioneer speakers was the thing. Them speakers was banging. I was a Navy man, so I had money to do that for myself. They took me and drove off with me in the car. These ignorant niggas is just smoking with me in the car. I'm looking at these niggas. Y'all gonna let me out this motherfucker? And something I'm feeling, you know, when you're a crack, shit be crazy. You know, I said, can I have a hit? Them motherfuckers gave me a hit. Then they said, get out the car. I never seen that El Camino again. I had to sneak. No, matter of fact, they said, get out the car. And they took off down the street in my motherfucking shit. And I'm not supposed to be off the ship. If they find out I'm off this ship, might get some brig time, you know, the military jail or whatever. So they drove off down the street and I ran down the street. But I'm high, so my heart is palpitating. So I really can't run. I stopped. So I seen where they went and I seen them go down the street. So I said, damn, I can't call the police. I'm supposed to be on the damn ship on restriction. It's fucking 3 a.m. What the hell do? I don't want to go to the military jail. So I end up walking 2 miles back to the Navy shipyard. Snuck on the ship. Snuck back in my bed and was just like this. Life was fucked up. That's one of my war stories. I never seen that El Camino again. Then when I did get out the Navy, I got clean. Went to a drug program. No. It didn't work like that. When I got out the Navy, I tried to maintain some clean. Let me just tell you this story. I got out the Navy, but I wasn't like a full-blown crackhead. I was an experimenter. Ah, shit. So I wasn't a full-blown crackhead yet, right? Follow me. So I get a job at JCPenney's when I get out the Navy. So I'm doing customer service at JCPenney's, right? So I had some clerical skills, from my experience and shit. I get a job at J.C. Penney's, and I'm a customer service agent, and I did accounts payable, right? So if someone had a J.C. Penney's card at this time, they'll call in, ask what their payment is, or I'll do collections. Hey, you got a payment due and shit like that. And I'm in the computer and I'm sweating people for payments, or I'm answering questions that they call in about their JC Penney's card. I tell them what their credit limit is, what's on your balance, or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm just doing customer service for the JC Penney's corporate office. I'm not at the JC Penney store. I work at the JC Penney's corporate office, right? So as I'm there, I meet this chick. Her name is Bridget. She was my first love. When I got my first love, Bridget. I'm looking for Bridget to this day. Me and Bridget was in love, right? But as I'm at JC Penney's, I figure out how to scam them, right? Because at this point in my life, I'm still, fucking with the homies and just doing dirt and trying to come up and shit. So I'm at JC Penney's for maybe about a year and a half. But as I'm working there, I figure out that I can get free JC Penney's cards, right? This is how I almost did federal time. So if people call in and say, hey, my wife needs a card, I hit the button and then a card gets mailed to my JC Penney's card. So I end up getting smart, right? I said, I'll find somebody with a high credit limit and I'll change their address to my apartment address, hit that button and mail a card out. In 2 days, I have a JC Penney's card at my house with a high credit limit. Here goes the scam, right? So, we go to JC Penney's, charge up shit, right? And at this time in 1990, they didn't ask for IDs if you had a department store credit card. Like if you had a Sears, JC Penney's, or whatever, you just give them your card. They didn't ask for your ID at that time. They do now, but I'll tell you why. So I get cards and we spit it up and buy shit, right? So I keep doing it over and over. Then I get slick. I start selling cards to all my homies, right? Make $300 a card. Oh, this card got a $3,000 limit. Give me $300. And all my friends were shopping, blowing JC Penney's up, just charging shit, right? So they had the Reebok pumps. You push the little basketball button. I had the latest Reebok pumps. I had the phone from JC Penney's, the curtains from JC Penney's. The curtains matched my rug. I had the flyest TV, the flyest electronics. Me and my best friend had an apartment together, 2 bedrooms. So our shit was fly from JC Penney's. All the homies used to come to the house and kick it at our house and be jealous as fuck. So then I started getting a little wiser with it. So if my friend was named Mike Johnson, now what I would do, I was go on the computer and find a Mike Johnson with the JC Penney's card in case something happened. So it's 100 Mike Johnsons around the United States with a JC Penney's cards. So I get the card, mail it to my house, get back when I get the card, the next day I change the address back in the computer to the original customer's address. You get what I'm saying? So my homie got a card in his name. In case somebody asked for ID or sweated him, he is Mike Johnson, but he is the wrong Mike Johnson. So one day I went to the jewelry department and bought a link bracelet. And at that time, people was buying these gold link bracelets, and I bought a watch to match. We flossing and shit. And I bought this link, but I started my drug habit. It kicked up, right? And I started buying drugs again in 1991. And I remember I got this, and I was high one day. I said, I should take this link back for some money. my dumb ass. And I'm high. Didn't really think I got the gold link from using a credit card. So they're not going to give me cash back for it. But my dumbass tried them, right? So I went there and said, I want to return this thing. They looked at it and looked at me. They said, okay, wait right here. We'll be back. My dumbass waited right there. Said, yeah, I'm about to get some cash and I'm about to go get high and shit. So when they came back, took about 3 minutes. I'm wondering why these thug-looking niggas is walking towards me. But they were undercover JCPenney security. I said, these security look like gangsters. Three security surround me. They, sir, that's an item that's a fraud item, sir. Come back to the back room with us. JC Penney's undercover for security, a couple other staff. I'm thinking about running, but I can't because these three niggas gonna tackle my ass. So I just say, fuck it. I go back to the room. They question me. They pull my wallet out and shit, and I show them the card. So, but I had one card on me. That's the key. So they pull my wallet out. And I pull out some papers, and I had about 18 different charged off J.C. Penney's account numbers in my wallet because I used to write the account numbers down and keep track of these fraud accounts. My dumb ass, right? So when I got busted, I had those account numbers, 18 numbers on them. So it added up to, they said, you about to do some federal time. This is about $180,000 worth of merchandise on all these defrauded cards numbers you have. You're going to do federal time. They was questioning me. I said, I only have this one card. Then they figured out I worked for JCPenney's corporate office. And I'm at the JCPenney store charging shit. They said, oh, you work here. So my excuse was I was just keeping track of these frauds account. I didn't use these fraud accounts. I just used the one card that I got this gold link with. Of course they didn't believe me. So I'm arrested. I'm in the LA County jail and shit. And I gotta go to court shit. It was so cold-blooded. They was trying to give me federal time because I was sending shit through the mail. So it became a federal crime. I said, yeah, I'm about to do 3 years in the feds. Fuck it. No, I think I would have probably got 5 at least. I said, I'm about to do 5 years in the feds. Fuck it. But I never admitted to those 18 charged off accounts. I only admitted to this one card. And they had account managers for JCPenney corporate officers fly down from Washington to go to court, and they was trying to convict my ass. And somehow, I don't know how I got off, but they said something about the mail postal departments became my crime partner, and they can only get me for the card I had, and it only became a petty theft because it was under a certain amount of money. So I'm like, whew, end up only doing like 60 days in the LA County jail. And I was off. They didn't know what to do. They wanted to bust me. They had to scratching their heads for a while. They was wondering how I was doing it, but eventually they figured out that I was having cards sent to my house. And then when I get the card, I changed the address back to the original customer address. They couldn't figure it out. So me and my homies was balling. All of us was fly as fuck. We had silk shirts and shit. Every homie that was in my circle, we was all fly 19, 20-year olds. You understand me? So I get fired, of course, in jail doing time, right? I get out trying to figure out how to make it and get another job or whatever I do. But my girlfriend worked there, the love of my life, Bridget, and Bridget's homegirl. So I'm at home. Bridget didn't want to do it. So I said, Bridget, have your homegirl do this. Just do this, change the address back and send me the card. So she did it one time and stopped. They got freaked out and done it one time. But I ended up losing my job. I didn't do no Fed time. I did maybe 60 days in the county jail and I was free. Trip thing is, maybe a year later, I got arrested for a traffic warrant, right? And it was just a warrant I had and they took me to jail. I might have did a week or something. But as I'm in the county jail, I'm in Wayside, which is like a ranch off in the suburbs off of the county jail, right? Where you work in the kitchen and shit, you get your job. So I get called into a questioning room by some detective. Called me in a room and brought back that J.C. Penney's bullshit. But I kept cool and like, what are you talking about? I've already was charged for that. I only had, and it was just something of double jeopardy, and they really couldn't fuck with me, and the shit just disappeared. But I just never did for jail time in the county feds, and that's my story. Yeah, but we was balling off J.C. Penney's. Yeah, J Mill C. I don't have any felonies. I just said it was it broke down to a misdemeanor petty theft. Yeah. So on my record, I have two petty thefts. Let me tell you another story. Because the way I got money for drugs was I would scour parking lots like Target, like would it be a Walmart today? I don't think they had Walmart then, but I would scour parking lots like Target and Kmart, and I would pick receipts up off the ground because people thought they receipts. So there's receipts all over parking lots of Target and shit. So I would find receipts on the ground. I would look and see what's on that receipt, right? And whatever item is on that seat, I would go in the store and get that item that's on the receipt. Now, you have to make sure the barcode number on the receipt matched the barcode number on that item in the store. So I would take these receipts, like say if it was an iron. Oh, somebody bought an iron, 30 bucks. I go in the store, pick up that exact iron, make sure the codes work, and I walk straight to the customer service desk. I say I would like a refund, and I would get refunds. I did this shit for about a year. But you had to be slick. You had to kind of creep in there and act normal, away from security, pick up the item and go to the counter. Yeah. But eventually I got clean in 1992, and I ain't been arrested since. I ain't done no drugs since. So I've been clean since 1992, and I ain't fucked around since. That's my war story for today. That shit be crazy. That life is crazy. So sometimes, in recovery, we say, I got to live two lifestyles in one lifetime. You get what I'm saying? So, like I'm saying, so also understand that it was a 3 year period where I got high. It's not like I didn't get high and just keep getting high for decades like these people I just said here. But it did take me. I was that nigga at the gas station running around trying to do shit, but I was a young buck. But I recovered. So I got high for 3 years and got cleaned and never touched it again. So I didn't look like the old school crackheads, you know what I mean? So I just had a 3 year run and went through a program. You know what I'm saying? So that was my story and what happened to me. And then after that, I began working with youth because I had this experience. So that 3 year crack experience plus treatment for 9 months in an institution, like when you go to an inpatient program, it's just like a jail. It's still an institution. You have rules and regulations. You can go on weekends and get away. But for 9 months, I was in an inpatient program. So that 3 years, that inpatient program of therapy taught me a lot. I always tell people that was the best education I've ever got in my life. So I can read niggas. I can see through people. Coupled with me being in the Navy, traveling over around the world, and just my experiences, and pretty much I done done it all and seen it all. You know what I mean? So that's why I call myself a wise man, because I've experienced it all. Yeah, that's what they do. They're gonna use this video to prove that you to stole them RBG shoes. Yeah. So when people call Chief X Crackhead, they're saying that because I told my story, and then on Facebook, so they use that against me when they want to clown me. But I don't give a fuck. So let me see what y'all talking about. Did you say my El Camino in Atlanta now? Probably. That El Camino was cool. I still want another El Camino to this day. So I don't know about other states, but El Caminos was a hot car out here. We used to fix them up. El Caminos and Volkswagen Bugs and Nissan trucks. Now, someone's up in there clowning, but I'm gonna ignore it. Spin City, you may be blocked soon because you be talking shit so much, and then you act like you cool, and then one day you talk shit. I don't do the flip flopping, bro. I'm not high at all. Actually, I just woke up. That's why I'm laying in bed. Would you say HB Buddha? You did this scheme with Macy's? Yeah. So like in those days, they didn't require IDs, but they do now. J.C. Penney's implemented. You have to show your ID because of the crimes I did. And I think the other department stores copied that. And now you always have to show ID if you have a department store credit card. I think I was the one that caused that. You should say, have I heard of Rashad Jamal? No, no, no. My son is named Rashad. He was at San Diego State playing football. He was a walk on, but he got a shoulder injury. Um, so they didn't play him, and he didn't get to play with San Diego State. So now he went back down to a junior college. So he's at Riverside. No, 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 no. He's at San Jacinto College. Okay. And he got a game this weekend I got to go to. So my son is cold. My son is a scholar athlete. So he going to do good this year, and then he'll get back at another university. That's our plans. Would you say Shine Black or you're a recovering addict as well? So congrats, yeah. Yeah. See, I don't have a problem saying that. So when I got clean, that's why I became a youth counselor and I was giving back to the youth. That's how my youth counselor career started. My 10-year youth counselor career started. Um, and also, once I got clean, I used to be a GSR representative for NA and NA and AA meetings. So I used to be the speaker for the day a lot, and I used to give hope to the people who use it, and they clap for me. That's a good story, you know. And I'd be sometimes you might want to sponsor, but I didn't get too deep into it. I used to go to the meetings for about 3 years, and I stopped going. I don't go no more. Then I just started smoking weed again. So this guy said Chief X is a failure. He said he's going to find somebody with a high credit limit. Clearly, he didn't hear the story and came in here late. I was talking about a scam I did at J.C. Penney's as an employee, and I was finding credit cards with high limits so me and my homies can ball and do shit. You know, I was hustling. Now, when you talk about my credit today, my shit's in the 700s. You ain't got no credit, nigga. Yep, I wasn't the only one stealing. Okay, yeah, that's all. You know what? So I came on here to ask. I need to see degrees from Inky. He claimed he had, not Inky again. Ngozi, he claimed he had a degree. We've never seen it. Garfield lied. We know he don't have one because he said it before, but he flip flopped. When he on this show, he said he has a degree. When he on that show, but he said he had one. I need to see it, Garfield, and I need you to come out with your apology. I need you to denounce Polite. Say something. Stop hiding, nigga. You've been the biggest Polite supporter. You call Polite the GOAT. Nigga, we waiting for you to apologize. Women and children especially are waiting for you to apologize. You don't know how many inboxes I got from women saying, what the fuck is wrong with Ankh and Garfield? Why are they tripping? Why are they cannot see Polite is guilty? Why are they still holding on Polite? I'm gonna show these inboxes these women saying about you niggas. I have an inbox full of women thankful for what I've been saying about this molestation and rape shit. You niggas have failed. These women is mad at you, bitch ass niggas. I'm telling you. Wait till I show these inboxes. Anyway, y'all be cool. I'm out.